Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast booth live from Bucs Stadium. See, MICSportsNetwork.com. Game of the week. I'm Doug Kesterson, alongside my broadcast partners tonight. One, Mr. James Espinosa.
Feels good to be here, Doug. Feels good to be back.
And, of course, we cannot forget the live stream producer and just all-around great guy, Marcos Marroquin.
Glad to be here, Doug. Should be a great one.
That
Absolutely.
is appropriate, Doug. All-around great guy, jack of all trades.
Yes, and we are live now right here on News Talk KEYS, 1440 AM and 98.7 FM, and also live on MICSportsNetwork.com. And go to it on your phone, MICSportsNetwork.com, your laptop. You can connect it to your television at home, whatever you want to do. You can watch it in any way, iPad, you name it. Our website, there's a player on the right-hand side. If it's on your phone, it's down the ways just a little bit. You will see it already playing for you, and it is looking nice and sweet with the Veterans Memorial Eagles cheerleaders and the Miller Buccaneers cheerleaders out there on the floor and on the ground ready to rock and roll. Tonight's sponsors for the game is our friends over at South Texas Bone and Joint, Del Mar College Trio Program, Moore's Compounding Pharmacy, Neil's Urban Oven, Eurotech Foundation Repair, and the Corpus Christi Sports Commission, brand new sponsor this season. Thank them for being a part of it. We appreciate their support all season long. Tonight's the 10th all-time meeting, James, between these two programs. Miller ran away with last year's matchup, 59-40 en route to the district championship. Veterans Memorial, though, has won 7 out of the 9 contests between these two matchups starting back in 2016. One of the 7 wins was the 2019 Playoff Classic right here at Bucs Stadium with 11,000-plus fans in attendance for that ball game.
I don't know if that's a Bucs Stadium attendance record, but I remember being here on that day, and it was packed to the gills, Doug. It might have been one of the most packed I've ever seen Bucs Stadium. But these two teams, Doug, the 10th meeting, a fairly new rivalry, but just because it's fairly new doesn't mean it isn't intense. These two teams out on the field earlier today, there was a little bit of jaw-jacking, a little bit of intensity going on in the warm-ups. I can't wait till this one gets started.
Absolutely. You know, some of the interesting notes that we talk about these two teams as we get ready to go here for the lineups and everything just a second. Justin Evans in his 9th season here with the Miller Buccaneers, 69-26 record. He's the 26th coach in Miller's history. He was the 23 coach of the year. What else can you say about him?
He's an all-around stud. All-around, I mean, he's just a class act. Every time we have interactions with Coach Evans, he's always just so cordial, so inviting, and he has proven that he can be a consistent winner, and he's took the Miller Buccaneers program out of the doldrums. This program a decade ago, they weren't winning games, to be fair. But since he took over, hey, Miller has been a consistent playoff threat and a deep playoff threat at that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now let's bring up a little bit of history between this school here, the Miller Buccaneers. Some notable alumni for you. Eva Longoria.
Okay. Yes.
There you go. How about this? Abraham Quintanilla.
Yeah, AB. Okay.
No, not AB.
Oh, Abraham.
Abraham Quintanilla.
The dad.
Junior, the dad.
Okay, okay.
Okay, Dabney Coleman, who just recently passed away. People knew him from 9 to 5 and whatnot. An actor, even most recently was even also in Yellowstone.
Wow.
He was John Dutton Sr.
That is incredible. I did not know that.
Yeah, he was a part of that. And then also our late great friend of ours, Vito Duran, is notable alumni here from Miller High School.
Yes, Vito Duran, of course. A lot can be said about the greatness of Vito Duran, and we miss him every single day. And, you know, this season, all these games we do, I'm definitely going to have him on my mind and on my heart.
Absolutely, same here.
Well,
they're rocking and rolling with the blinds coming up. We had them all nice and down good. But it's game time, and this is the right thing to do, so we appreciate him getting all the help from Miller coaches. Let's go ahead now, and let's get, if we can get the opportunity to get to the starting lineups tonight for the Veterans Memorial Eagles. And then leading things off will be the defensive on the Veterans offense. Sorry, the left tackle number 73, Joaquin Montes. The left guard is Zach Martin. How about that?
Hey.
74, John Barton is the center. Right guard number 52, Matt Alanis. Right tackle 64, Dylan Durbin. The tight end, if they start off with the tight end, will be number 44, Daniel Munoz. Wide receiver number 3, Isaiah Early. 17, Charles Perry. And number 1, Braden Rhodes. Running backs, number 26, Ryan Scott. And the new quarterback this season, number 5, Noah Indres.
Miller Buccaneers starting defense. You got defensive end number 9, George Simmons. In the middle, it's defensive tackle number 68, Ryan Cantu. Nose guard number 19, Deion Jones. And defensive end number 44, Steven Richardson. The linebacking core, it's a trio of number 8, Jonas Stafford, number 28, LaMarcus Cullum, and number 5, Delson Cavness. Cavness returns. He was the leading tackler for Miller's defense last year with 166 total tackles. In the secondary, you got cornerback number 1, Roderick Taylor, number 14, Charles Williams, safety number 22, Donovan Christen, and number 13, Khalil Davis. And for the Miller starting offense, at left tackle, it's number 70, Devin Cage. Left guard, number 74, Tristan Gray. At center, number 60, Antonio Hernandez. At right guard, number 75, Homero Gomez. And at right tackle, you got Isaiah Prado. The wide receiving core features number 11, Corey Holmes, who had 20 touchdowns last year on 47 receptions. Number 3, Ethan Vela. And number 7, Jahum Cook. Wide receiver is also number 1, Roderick Taylor. And you cannot forget about running back Broderick Taylor, who rushed for a school record 2,333 yards last season with 29 touchdowns. And then, of course, the quarterback, the senior, number 15, Trevor Long.
Absolutely. And let's get to the Veterans Memorial defense. Defensive end, number 40, Alexander Marcotte, the defensive tackle. 59, Carlos Torres. 51, Frank Rodriguez, and defensive end number 18, Luke Lowry. The linebackers, number 8, Zach Smith, and number 9, Lance Moya. Moya, the younger brother of Luke and Larry Moya, who graduated last season. The strong safety, number 10, Brody Rubio. The rover is number 15, Robert Ponce. Free safety, number 2, Chris Vasquez. Safety, number 17, Charles Perry. And number 21, Jordan Huerta for the safeties tonight for the Eagles.
You know, what I'm looking for tonight, Doug, is Veterans Memorial. They lost a ton of their offensive production last season. We mentioned Billy White, no longer the quarterback. He decided to play basketball, and you know what? The kid's going to have a bright future in basketball. I believe he has a lot of college offers already under his belt.
11.
That is ridiculous.
Including Ole Miss is one of the most recent. I believe Tennessee was one.
Wow.
Of course, UTRGV, A&M Corpus Christi, some of the ones here locally in the area that have offered him a scholarship. But he's got some offers on. I think Ole Miss is one of them too. Did I say Ole Miss?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Yes, you did.
And I know it's like, wow.
Those are some big-time offers. So he's going to stick. He's focusing on basketball, and that's a big loss for this team. And then, of course, we mentioned running back Larry Moya. They also lost wide receiver Christian Sapsuk and Luke Johnson, along with Ryan Wilson. Those 3 receivers accounted for 22 touchdowns last season. So, you know, Coach Bittner and company, they're going to have some work cut out for them in replacing those receivers and replacing some of that offensive production.
You know, not only that, but here's another note. When I was getting ready for this ball game, I was looking at it that the entire secondary for both Miller and for both Veterans Memorial all graduated last year. So the secondaries are new, so to speak.
And that also tells me that there could be a chance, with both secondaries being new, that we see both offenses take chances early on and try to test those young secondaries. So there might be an opportunity early on where, hey, you might see some go balls, you might see some go routes, just to simply test the continuity of those young secondaries.
And as you talked about, James, earlier, Veterans Memorial has had a lot of turnover on the offensive end. Miller Buccaneers have not.
No.
If you look at almost every single position, every skill position player they have is a senior coming into this year. So whenever you talk about an entirely new secondary for Veterans Memorial, that is something that will be shown tonight to see if these guys can step up and fill those roles of the graduates of the past.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting storyline that develops over the course of the next 2.5 to 3 hours, and it's going to be fun to see. Of course, Miller comes in with a lot of preseason accolades. In the region, Doug, I believe they were predicted to finish second in the region.
Yes.
So that would mean they would advance to the regional final, according to some prognosticators out there. But in their district, along with Gregory Portland, King, Ray, Moody, and Carroll, they are predicted as a preseason favorite to win that district.
Yes, and according to some of the prognosticators earlier on in the season, I think they were doing the projections with Billy White as quarterback and Trevor Long here for the Miller Buccaneers. This was supposed to be, Miller was favored by 1 point.
Yeah. So, I mean.
So, but now you take Billy White out of it in there. What do you have with Noah Andres? So, is that projection still good? Is this much like the ball game that we saw last year, the 59-40 route for Miller?
Hey, if it's going to be 59-40, then that kind of bodes well for the entertainment-wise of everybody here. But, you know, young quarterback, or new quarterback, I should say, for Vets, as opposed to the veteran senior quarterback for Miller, we might see a little bit of growing pains on the field here for the veterans offense.
Absolutely.
Appreciate everybody being with us, MICSportsNetwork.com. Spread the word, absolutely free, no charge to you. Click on that link, go to MICSportsNetwork.com, and enjoy tonight's broadcast. We are excited to be with you. James Espinosa, Doug Kesterson, and Marcos Matakin.
And coming up tomorrow night, we'll have the Peanut Butter Bowl at Cabinets Field. The Alice Coyotes and the Carroll Tigers kickoff set for tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. And, of course, we'll have the TSN postgame and scoreboard show starting at 10 o'clock and 10:30 respectively. Saturday, we have the Colorado State and the Texas Longhorns on the air with Craig Way and Roger Wallace.
That's going to be fun.
1:30 and 2:30 kickoff. Sunday, the NASCAR Cookout Southern 500 at Darlington, 4 p.m. airtime is that one getting underway on Sunday.
Got a lot of live sports coming up here on the Keys airwaves, and we're excited about that. Your news, talk, and sports station in the Coastal Bend.
And I believe that they are getting ready for the veteran introduction, and it's a long list, so it gives me an extra minute or two to go down before they start. I'll try to get with it here. So every week, Veterans Memorial High School recognizes a military family member of a varsity football player. Tonight, recognizing and honor the life and service of Army Commandant Sergeant Major Edward Hasso. He's the grandfather of football player John Pepper Barton, loving husband to Lucia Hasso, and father to Sylvia Ann Barton, presented here today. Army Command Sergeant Major Edward Hasso, drafted in the U.S. Army in 1967, deployed to Vietnam in 1968, signed to the 173rd Airborne Brigade. In his U.S. Army Reserves military career, he was deployed to Kuwait, which was Desert Storm 1990 to 91, Iraq, Operation Iraqi Freedom 2006 and 2007. Command Sergeant Major Edward retired from the military in 2010. As Miller Buccaneers take the field.
Buccaneers in their all-white uniforms, gold numbers outlined in purple. Beautiful gold helmet with the purple block M, a couple of purple stripes down the middle. They are the visiting team today.
Yes.
Technically.
They are. Back to Command Sergeant Major Edward Hasso. Meritorious Service Medal, Air Medal with V device, Army Commendation Medal, Army Achievement Medal, Army Superior Unit 3rd Award, Army Good Conduct Medal, National Defense Service Medal with Bronze Star, Southwest Asia Service Medal with 3 Bronze Service Stars, the Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, Army Service Ribbon, Overseas Service Ribbon, Armed Forces Reserve Medal, WM device, Army Forces Reserve Medal with 20 years device, Airborne Wings, Combat Infantry Badge, and Purple Heart. Our nation, our military, and Veterans Memorial High School are eternally grateful for Army Command Sergeant Major Edward Hasso. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Hasso. Incredible. That, what you just read right there was inspiring, man. Buccaneers are on their sideline, and Veterans Memorial awaiting to exit their tunnel. Buccaneer Stadium, Week 1, Texas high school football. Crosstown Showdown, I believe, is what this has been dubbed.
Yes.
We're looking forward to this one. Game 1 of our Texas high school football coverage on the MIC Sports Network, and we appreciate you all being here with us. A lot of pleasantries being exchanged on the sidelines, coaches hugging it up, everybody getting excited.
And now the public address here at Bucs Stadium is doing the introduction for the veteran Hasso. A little quiet to hear him tonight.
Yeah, it is.
On the other side.
Just a tad bit.
We're on the opposite side. We are on the east side, here on the Miller side, school side, for tonight's ball game.
It's honestly a pretty good view from this side. We are at least my vantage point, I'm smack on the 50. But we are a bird's eye view here at Buccaneer Stadium.
I always enjoy this one because it is so tall.
Yes.
Now, the tallest I've ever done is Cal Allen's. It's on top of the roof. It's way up there, but unfortunately, we will not be doing the Cal Allen.
When was the last time you were there? 8 years ago?
No, when Danaher was still coach. The last time we were there with GP and there, you and I did the game.
From the stands?
Yes.
Ah, yes.
With a Honda quiet generator.
Yes.
Command Sergeant Major Edward Hasso leading in the team as Veterans Memorial takes the field.
Veterans Memorial, navy blue tops, navy blue bottoms. They got a candy cane looking shoulder stripe, 2 red shoulder stripes with the white in the middle, similar to the New England Patriots. White helmet with the interlocking VM in metallic blue and red. Moments away from kickoff. All the dignitaries were out tonight, Doug.
Oh, it's the first game of the season.
The who's who of Coastal Bend media.
And why not? I mean, you cannot ask for a bigger matchup to start the year off than Miller and Veterans Memorial.
And now that these two teams are not district rivals anymore or district mates, I hope we get this game annually.
I agree, 1,000%.
Yeah, these two teams should be playing year after year, district or non-district. And I got a feeling they will. So moments away, as I mentioned, kickoff here. Miller and Veterans Memorial, excuse me. The color guard for Veterans Memorial is about to hit the field.
Big thank you to our sponsors tonight, our friends over at South Texas Bone and Joint, 5917 Crosswell Town Expressway, Del Mar Trio, a college program there at Del Mar College. Check it out at delmar.edu/trio. Eurotech Foundation Repair, Mr. Jim Lavelle and all the crew. You can find out more information on their website, CompleteFoundationRepairs.com. Even schedule service or get a quote right there on their website, CompleteFoundationRepairs.com. Neil's Urban Oven, 6534 Yorktown. Go by and get you a slice. It's awesome. Moore's Compounding Pharmacy at 5945 McCardle. And the Corpus Christi Sports Commission, brand new with the Corpus Christi or the Coastal Bend Hall of Fame. It has been a pretty neat deal. We've been in a lot of talks and planning with them, and we're so excited to have him on as a sponsor this year. James, go ahead.
This evening's color guard is being presented by the Veterans Memorial High School Coast Guard JROTC program. This is the inaugural year for the program, and Veterans Memorial High School is proud to be established as one of only 15 Coast Guard JROTC programs in the country. Presenting today's colors are at right rifle, senior cadet Ariana Munoz. At left rifle, sophomore cadet Broden Arndt. Carrying the Texas flag, sophomore cadet Julian Thompson, and carrying the United States flag, junior cadet Max Ramirez.
They have made their way to the hash mark here on the near side of us. And we will be pausing for a brief moment for the playing of our national anthem.
As the flag is paraded in front of us, placing the right hands over our hearts. Remember, silence is a form of respect, and everyone should remain standing until the colors are retired.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Within hearing distance of the music, please rise and remain standing with respect for our country and our nation's flag. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
And I take it that was a flyby.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a helicopter.
I hear it. Where is it coming?
Here it comes.
Coast Guard.
Oh, wow.
Coast Guard. For the Coast Guard at Veterans.
2 Coast Guard helicopters.
Pretty sweet.
That was very, very awesome. As the Coast Guard JROTC of Veterans Memorial exits the field, the colors are off the field. And I think this crowd is ready for some football.
Here on the Miller side, you
Yeah.
better believe it. James, if you will, of course, get the captains for the Miller Buccaneers. I'll see if I can grab the Veterans Memorial Eagle captains.
Got you.
Looks like Chris Vasquez for Veterans.
All righty. I got the Miller captains down.
Go ahead.
So, captains for the Miller Buccaneers, you got number 8, Jonah Stafford, number 11, Corey Holmes, number 15, Trevor Long, and number 28, LaMarcus Cullum. All 4 captains are seniors for this Miller team.
It is number 3, Isaiah Early. Number 73, Joaquin Montes. Number 5, Noah Andres. And number 2, Christopher Vasquez, the captains tonight for Veterans Memorial. And tonight, Don Clark, CCISD school board member, will be performing the coin toss with the officials.
For Veterans, number 2.
Don Clark, believe standing to the referee in the red shirt. Looks like Brandon Schaap to his left.
Yes, Brandon is out here. Both teams exchanging handshakes. Midfield after the 50. A cavalcade of media surrounds them. Mr. Clark about to toss the coin. MICSportsNetwork.com, News Talk KEYS. Coin is being presented.
It appears as he's talking to Trevor Long. Long and the Bucs lining up in the south end of the end zone. Miller 1 defers. Vets will receive in the north end, and we're about ready to roll here. How about that? You ready?
I'm ready, Doug. The anticipation has been building for weeks now. I've been ready to get out here.
It is 86 degrees, humidity at 69%, makes it a little sticky out there, a little hot. Winds are 11 miles an hour, gusting up to 14. Sunset will be 7:53, and I'm hoping maybe in about 20 minutes the sun will be down just over the top of the west side press box to give us a little break from the glare in our eyes.
Yeah, just a little bit. All the culmination of off-season workouts, the summer weight room, strength and conditioning programs, the 6 a.m. practices, film. It all comes down to now.
And, you know, to go down to that, Miller, again, this past year had a phenomenal 7-on-7 year.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Number 7, Derek.
Here we go. Doug, to another season, Doug.
Here we go. Boom.
Let's do it.
Fist bump across the room.
Number 13,
Christian Torres, the senior tight end / kicker, will do the honors for the Bucs. Back deep, James.
Back deep is going to be number 4, Charles Perry Jr., and number 7, Derek Gray Jr.
Here's Torres' approach. There's the kick, and it's not very high. but it's off the fingertips of Gray. He picks it up about the 1 yard line, starts up the middle. Nice return across the 20 up to the 21.
Yeah, he was brought down by number 13, Christian Torres, and a dicey situation at first, but he made the most of it.
He had a big hole for a moment.
Now let's see what this Veterans Memorial offense can present. Led by number 5, Noah Enders at quarterback. Enders last year did play in 7 games. He had 4 touchdown passes to 0 interceptions. Minimal playing time. And now he's the full-time starter.
Andres, shotgun formation. Single receiver split on the left side. Now both receivers on the right shift over to the left. Single back. Snapped Andres, back to throw, fires it out, and a miscommunication. His pass was intended for number 4, Charles Perry Jr.
Yeah, it looked like they were just trying to get Perry out. A little bubble screen action, trying to get him into that little tunnel. Couldn't connect right there. 2nd and 10.
I'm not sure if the sun was in Perry's eyes for a moment or not.
And we talked about that, Doug. Young wide receivers, young quarterback. There might be just a tad bit of early jitters.
Early split on the left side. Snap, hand off. Maybe a yard, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. It looked like number 20, Andrew Charlebois.
Charlebois, yeah, barely, Doug. You're right. Might have just got a yard.
They're giving him the 23.
Some good pursuit by the Buccaneer defense.
Thought I saw a little early movement, and I'm not sure if the Bucs were trying to time the snap or in there, or if it was one of the veterans linemen moved a tad early. It's hard to see that right now with the glare. 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. In motion is Perry. Andres now sends another man in motion. And that was looks like they started early. The pass is complete. He should have enough yardage for a first down. It was into Derek Gray Jr.
It's going to be marked out at the 35. It's going to be a 12-yard completion. I thought I saw...
Did they move early?
I thought I saw a slight movement. But nonetheless, it's a first down picked up for the Eagles.
Trips on the right side for the moment with Charlebois as the tailback. Andres moves Charlebois to his right. 1st and 10 from the 35. Snap, hands off Charlebois. Up the middle, fighting for a couple of yards. Forward progress should have him to the 38.
Yeah, he was finally wrestled down by, it appears to be number 5, Jaden Vela, amongst a host of Buccaneers.
Oh, yes.
So far, we're seeing veterans just matriculate the ball a couple yards at a time, getting receivers open underneath. They haven't tested that secondary yet.
Scoreless between Veterans Memorial and Miller. 10-16 remaining here in the opening quarter. It's 2nd down and 7 from the 38-yard line. Ball's on the left hash for the Eagles with trips on the right side of the formation. Snap, Andres rolling to his right, looking, firing the ball downfield, wide open. Down the sideline, breaks a tackle, spins, and is finally brought down inside the 20, down at the 14.
That was Charles Perry Jr. who just got behind the defense. Miller brought a cornerback blitz from the right side. Andres had to roll towards his right, and he finds a wide open Perry.
Clock stopped at 9:58. First and 10 from the 14-yard line.
It's the first catch for Perry tonight, and it's a big one.
Very. Play clock is down to 10 seconds as the Eagles get set with Charlebois to the right of Andres. There's a snap, hands off. Charlebois met in the backfield. Bucs were there and shaking their fingers. Says, no, sir, not today on my watch.
Not today, number 2. That is
That's a loss of 2 back to the 16, James.
Yeah, Delson Cavness in there.
He was a playmaker last year. We did a lot of those Miller games that we had. He was always in a play.
166 total tackles. He was the leading tackler for the Bucs in 2023. Going back to that Charles Perry reception, that was 44 yards.
2 receivers on the right, 1 out on the left side for the Eagles on 2nd down and 12 from the 16-yard line. Sends Rhodes in motion from the right side to left. Stops, sets Andres back to pass, waiting, going to fire the ball. He's got his man. Inside the 10. That was Rhodes on a crossing route down to the about 7-yard line, I believe.
9-yard pickup to Rhodes.
Be 3rd down and about 3. Play clock down to 25 seconds. The Eagles getting the call from the sideline. Rhodes comes back around. He was on the right side of the formation. Now lines up in the left slot, along with number 3, Isaiah Early. Chalabwa remains the tailback. Hands off, up the middle, inside the 5, close to the 1st down marker.
LaMarcus Cullum with the trip up.
They're stopping the clock with 7:55 here in the opening quarter. And I believe they gave him a 1st and goal. Believe the ball is on the 3, 4.
Officially marked at the 4.
Okay.
What an opening drive for Veterans Memorial so far.
First couple of plays, I wasn't sure if there was going to take a slow start in this ball game tonight or not, but that first big 1st down pickup they had seemed like it got the ball rolling for them. Figuratively too, right?
Indeed, they got 4 yards
and
to go.
1st and goal with 7:22 and clock running here in the opening quarter. Blitz coming off the end. Chalabwa met in the backfield and a loss on that play.
Just absolutely smothered in the backfield.
Back to the 7-yard line. That's a 3-yard loss.
That's the duo of Steven Richardson and George Simmons, both defensive ends, crashing in the backfield to make the stop.
Bringing back Charles Perry. Trips on the right side of the formation with Early split out on the left side. Chalabwa remains the tailback, with Andres moving from the left to the right. Snap, rolling out to his right. Andres throws, intercepted by the Bucs in the end zone. Takes it out, and they have it deep about the 5-yard line.
Intercepted by number 0, Khalil Davis. The defensive back was sitting there. Andres did not see him lurking in the zone, and that is a big-time turnover for this Bucs defense.
Miller will have it 1st and 10 from their 6. Moving left or right on your radio dial. As this game is live on News Talk KEYS 1440 AM and 98.7 FM, KEYS Corpus Christi. Live on the MIC Sports Network.
Man, you got to feel good right there if you're Miller, because your backs were against the wall.
2-by-2 set for the Bucs. Long shotgun formation. Throws it out quickly. Popped it up in the air. It's incomplete. In and out of the hands of number 11, Corey Holmes.
That's a rare drop. You don't see that too often with Mr. Holmes out there.
No, and Long put some mustard on that one, and it in his hands, it popped straight up in the air. And a couple of Eagle defenders were trying to get the defender's attention. He wasn't able to see it. Trips on the right side. Taylor now to the right of Long. Snap, hands off Taylor. Up the middle, big hole. Taylor hit finally about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, Taylor was met in the hole by number 2, Christopher Vasquez, who came up from the safety spot. When you're one-on-one with Broderick Taylor, there's not a lot you could do, but Vasquez did enough to secure the tackle.
Taylor does not need a lot of room with that 4.37 40-yard dash speed. I would say arguably fastest player on the field tonight.
Yeah, Doug.
And
without a doubt.
May not be an argument. Long with the snap. One to throw. Pressure's coming. Fires it out. He's got his man caught. 1st down and out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
It's a beautiful catch right there to move the chains.
Long held in there and waited So this guy got open and was able to fire the ball out with pressure coming off of his side, blind side. Trips on the right, snap long, wants to throw again. This time he fires it, and it was intended for number 3, Ethan Vela.
Yeah, there was a lot of contact right there. Number 21 came in, Jordan Huerta, met Vela right when the ball was getting towards Vela. Bang, bang, the official keeps the flag in his pocket.
5:40 remaining in the opening quarter, scoreless between Miller and Veterans Memorial in the season opener from Bucs Stadium. Trips on the right for the Bucs, fakes the handoff, fires it out quick. This time he's got his man, Holmes. Holmes gets up to the 25-yard line.
.5:35 left in the first quarter, 0-0 ball game.
Third down and 6 coming up for the Buccaneers. Trips on the right side. Holmes is split out on the left. Pretty much a base formation for the Bucs. Taylor to the left of Long. Now sends him out in motion on a swing pattern. Wants it, throws it inside to Vela. Vela's got a crease. Picks up the first down up to the 35-yard line.
10-yard gain for Vela on a nice tunnel screen. Ethan Vela is fast. You get him in some space like that.
Oh, no. There's a flag down on the play.
Oh, goodness. Let's hold our horses. This one looks like it's coming back.
I'm going to assume it's holding. Looked like he did this. His hands in front.
The official facing towards the main press box. But it's 3rd and 16 now after that penalty. Can Vets get off the field?
Ball at the 15-yard line. Long rolling out now, wanting to fire the ball. He's got a man wide open, Ethan Vela. Can he find it? He caught it. First down inside Veterans Memorial territory.
Oh, my goodness. Ethan Vela was wide open. Ball slightly underthrown, but Long makes the completion to Vela. And the Bucs are on the opposite side of the field now.
At the Eagle 41. 3 receivers split out on the left for the Buccaneers. Long looking, getting the call from the sideline. Wanting to throw, looking to his left the entire time. Now in the middle, firing the ball high and deep. Receiver falls down. That's Corey Holmes. He was wanting a flag and nothing there.
Looked like some inadvertent contact was made by number 22, Ryan Carmona. Safety hanging with Corey Holmes. Hey, so far, Doug, we've seen the referees keep the flag in their pocket on a couple of close calls where the safety or the cornerback and the receiver are meeting and making some slight contact.
Second down and 10, trips on the left side for the Bucs. Snapped along, fakes the handoff, throws it out to Vela. Vela comes, breaks, slips out of one tackle, slips out of another, and cannot get out of the third. Nice tackle by number 21, Jordan Huerta. Minimal gain. Looks like they've got him at 4, down to the 38-yard line.
38 yards.
Third down and 7 for the Bucs. Snap back to Long, looking to throw. Firing the ball, wide openness, Holmes. Holmes has another first down for the Buccaneers inside the 25-yard line, down to the 22.
16 yards right there for Holmes on the dig route. Just right over the middle of the defense, found a soft spot in the zone, sat down, made the reception.
And what a fantastic job of this Miller Buccaneer offensive line. We had pressure on him maybe once or twice for Trevor Long, but he's got all day to throw. Quick snap on him, wasn't ready for it. Hands off Taylor. Taylor was able to cut a crease and then met with a couple of Veterans Memorial Eagles inside the 20, about the 19-yard line.
Officially a gain of 3 for Broderick Taylor.
Long was not ready for that snap, but here it came.
It's fast-paced Miller offense.
3:27. Hands off Taylor. Stops, reverses field, breaks, done tackle, 2 tackles, 3 tackles. Down inside the 15, down to the 14.
Finally wrestled down by Jordan Huerta. He's so elusive. The cuts,
Well, he's also taken that. He's got the ball in his left hand as he's running. He takes the right hand and pulls the arm tackler's arms or knocks him down. 3rd down and 2 for the Bucs with trips on the left side.
Movement.
And as the Eagles were shifting on the defensive side, got a false start.
Looks like that's going to be called on left guard. Left guard, my apologies, Tristan Gray.
Moves it back, 5, 3rd down and 7. Snapped along, all day to throw, waiting, and now throws out in front of Vela, and he's met by Vasquez, and Vasquez gets him down, but that's enough for a 1st down inside the 10-yard line. Looks about the 8.
Vela so far the leading receiver, 3 receptions, 52 yards. And that offensive line for Miller is going to work, Doug. Left tackle Devin Cage just had himself a pancake on that play.
Well, he had serve with it too. High snap, Long tips it up to himself, hands it off to Taylor. Taylor trying to fight off that left side, and really not a lot of real estate. The Eagle defense was pretty much had a wall in front, not really letting him move a whole lot, James.
No, the interior of that Eagles defense is actually doing a pretty good job with their run fits. They haven't allowed a rush longer than 5 yards to Broderick Taylor.
Snapped along, makes it, throws it out. He's got his man down inside the 2, I believe, and I'm going to mark him about the 1.
Number 13 on the reception for the Buccaneers.
That is Christian Torres, the tight end / kicker. As Torres in the ballgame there off the right tackle. Long with the snap, hands off Taylor, up the middle. Not much there. Did he get in?
He did not. They're going to mark him short. 4th down upcoming. Wow, he was stuffed.
Shout out to the defensive tackles right there. Veterans Memorial blowing that one up.
4th down and goal. Clock continuing to run, 1:18 remaining here in the opening quarter. This one's going quickly. Quick snap, hands off Taylor. Taylor reverses, waits, fights. He did not get in. The Eagles stopped the Bucs at the goal line.
What a defensive stop for Veterans Memorial. Number 15 and number 8 come up celebrating. They were the guys in on the initial hit. That's Robert Ponce, Zachary Smith and company. Wow, they stuffed Miller at the goal line.
And they spot the ball at the Veterans Memorial 2.
So a loss of 1 yard on the play.
The run defense of Veterans Memorial showing out right there. So far, both teams have had defensive stands with their backs on the goal line. 0-0 game, 1:09 left in the first quarter. And I believe we have a media timeout. It appears we have a media timeout with the guy in the blue polo out there.
Oh, that is Ralph.
Yeah.
Channel 6. Let's go ahead and take a quick 60-second break. We'll be right back after this. Stay with us.
This is Kelby at Moore's Compounding Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Our supplements are science-based, high-quality products that will help you transform your life. See our products at moore'spharmacy.com today.
Before Eurotech, the doors won't close, cabinets stay open, and walls crack. After Eurotech, that's all just a memory. The pros at Eurotech provide rock-solid foundation repair. They repair bulkheads and swimming pool decking the right way, the first time. The cutting-edge Eurotech method seals joints and levels and stabilizes concrete. Visit CompleteFoundationRepairs.com today or call 361-885-7901. Eurotech, keeping your world level. Financing available.
Back here at Bucs Stadium, Doug Kesterson, James Espinosa, Marcos Marroquin with you. The Eagles ran a play from scrimmage. The pass was complete to
Derek Gray.
Okay, and he got a gain of about what? No gain? Okay.
Eagles offense backed up against their goal line.
Clock running with 40 seconds remaining in the quarter.
So far, Noah Andres, 4 of 6 passing. He does have an interception on his mark. 70 passing yards for Andres.
Andres in the end zone, rolling around, stumbles, falls, throws the ball incomplete.
Are they going to call that a safety, or did he get it away?
The officials are looking. The referee is.
The head referee was right on it. He didn't make a call.
Flag.
Intentional grounding.
If it's an intentional grounding in the
In
end
the end zone,
zone,
it's a safety.
I think they're going to huddle and converse about this.
I think that's the probable call.
But he had a guy somewhat in the area, and it was close to the line of scrimmage.
The white hat and the assistant are chatting it over. Now the whole crew's in on the mix. Awaiting the official call. They're still talking it over.
Either way, a great play call right there by defensive coordinator Eric John to run up that blitz. Veterans Memorial's heels were on the goal line.
Yeah, and then you blitz a young quarterback like that with not a lot of career starts under his belt.
They're waving it off, I think.
Oh, wow.
16 seconds left in the quarter.
So that's going to go down as just an incomplete pass. 3rd and 10 upcoming. Vets with the ball on their own 2-yard line.
Well, like I said, it looked like he was close to the line of scrimmage. He was outside the tackle box. He had tripped. You could have said he stepped on the back line of the end zone, but I couldn't see from there.
And I think Justin Evans he wants to talk it over.
And the official coming over to talking to Justin Evans.
I think you're right about that, Doug. I think he got the pass off. I think you could argue that his knee was down. From my point of view, it looked like the knee was down, but obviously the head referee was standing right there, right next to the play.
We're back 200 yards, and up 150.
Yeah, the head referee was about 3 yards away from the actual play. From my bird's eye view, I thought it was a safety, but the officials downstairs
But he rolled out.
made the call.
He was outside the tackle box, and he got the ball close to the line of scrimmage. He had to get the ball to the 2-yard line. That's the line of scrimmage, correct? So he had to get it to the 3. And if he got the ball to the 3-yard line, he got it past the line of scrimmage with a receiver somewhere in the area, it wouldn't be grounding. But the officials threw the flag just in case so they could talk it over.
And now the head official's going to go talk to head coach Ben Bittner on the Veterans Memorial sideline. Everybody wants an explanation.
Well, of course.
And you know what? It's always nice to see a head official explain it to both head coaches, making sure you get the call right, making sure everybody's understanding of the context of why the decision was made.
So it's 3rd down and 10 from the 2-yard line. 16 seconds left in the opening quarter. Andres back to pass. He's going to fire the ball up. He's got it deep. And he overthrows number 7, Derek Gray Jr.
Just tried to go for a shot right there. Miller once again dials up some pressure from the outside. And now an even more dangerous situation with a punt coming from your end zone. Let's see if Miller decides to bring some heat right here on a potential punt block.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They dialed up some heat on 2nd and 3rd downs. Snap. Punt is away. It's a wobbler. And that ball is going to be out of bounds. Officially marked at the 30-yard line. So a 28-yard punt. And the Miller Buccaneers will take over with fantastic field position.
With all of a whopping 6 seconds left here in the quarter.
So, 0-0 ball game potentially after the first quarter. Did we have this one on our bingo card?
No, I did not. No, I did not.
comes the Miller offense for their second possession.
Thank you to our sponsors tonight, South Texas Bone and Joint, Delmar Trio, Eurotech Foundation Repair, Neil's Urban Oven, Moore's Compounding Pharmacy, and the Corpus Christi Sports Commission. There's a snap. Long, firing it out deep to Corey Holmes. About 2 yards in front of Holmes, incomplete.
They had double coverage on him as well. The Eagles doing everything they can to stick with Corey Holmes.
And that 6 seconds expired quickly, so that's the end of the quarter. And Miller will switch ends with a fresh time on the clock of 12 minutes from the Veterans Memorial 30. Down in front of me over here on this side is the time on the field. Let's go ahead and step aside for a quick break. We'll be back right after this. Stay with us.
This is Kelby at Moore's Compounding Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Our supplements are science-based, high-quality products that will help you transform your life. See our products at moore'spharmacy.com today.
Before Eurotech, the doors won't close, cabinets stay open, and walls crack. After Eurotech, that's all just a memory. The pros at Eurotech provide rock-solid foundation repair. They repair bulkheads and swimming pool decking the right way, the first time. The cutting-edge Eurotech method seals joints and levels and stabilizes concrete. Visit CompleteFoundationRepairs.com today or call 361-885-7901. Eurotech, keeping your world level. Financing available.
Back here at Bucs Stadium after the timeout, flipping ends on the quarter. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the broadcast tonight on News Talk KEYS 1440 AM and 98.7 FM.
Sun is starting to go down on the opposite side, Doug. Can see a little bit better. 2nd and 10, ball on the Veterans 30-yard line. Miller going right to left.
And they're all white with trips on the left side of the formation. A single receiver split out on the right. Long with Taylor to his left. Hands off Taylor up the middle at the cut. Outside and brought down by 3 Eagle defenders inside the 30 down to the 27-yard line.
He was met by Christopher Vasquez and Zachary Smith, as well as Brody Rubio. All 3 men comprising a portion of that secondary and linebacking unit. 2 yards gained. So far, 7 carries for Taylor, 14 total yards.
He has not had enough opening to use that speed yet. He has had to move around. The Eagles defense have done a nice job of plugging up the holes. Trips on the left again. Long, snaps, a little high, pulls it down, hands off Taylor again. Taylor met at the line of scrimmage and slung back down.
Zachary Smith. We've called his name a few times already, and the linebacker is just doing a great job of reading the read key and attacking the hole. He is out there, man. He's making plays for this Eagles defense.
4th down and 5 for the Buccaneers. Looks like about 6 to me from the 26-yard line. Taylor got a gain of 1 off that play. So the 2-by-2 tight set for the Buccaneers. Long moves Taylor to his right. Snap to him. Back to throw, looking to his left, waiting, rolling out to his right now, and fires the ball and dropped by Ethan Vela. Vela had enough yards for a first down.
He had enough yards, Doug, but it looked like Long threw across his body and the ball was slightly behind Vela. Vela kind of had to contort himself and try to bring the ball back across to secure the catch. He just couldn't reel it in.
26-yard line.
I'm really impressed with Veterans Memorial defensive front and
Yes.
being able to stop that run. And what's even more impressive to me is that they're only doing it with 3 down linemen. So that tells me that guys that we've called already, Zach Smith, Robert Ponce, coming down from his kind of nickel secondary linebacker position.
Little hybrid linebacker.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job plugging up those
run
gaps.
fits, yeah. I mean, you're dead on about that, man. The Eagles' defense so far has been impressive.
Chalaboa to the left of Indres. Snap, hands off, little delay counter, up to the 30-yard line.
Gain of 4 for Chalaboa. I'll get that pronunciation down. We're going to have Veterans Memorial for 5 games this year. We'll get that pronunciation down.
We'll have them and the Carroll Tigers next week live here from Bucs Stadium on next Thursday.
On the Battle of the South Side. A lot to come on the MIC Sports Network. We're even going to some small towns, Doug, that we've never gone to before.
10 minutes to go before halftime. Andres under center. Hands the ball off to Charlebois. Hops over the line, and it's kind of dangerous, and he kind of floated as he was being held for a moment and then brought down.
LaMarcus Cullum was one of the guys in there that had Charlebois up in the air and just drove him down.
Looks like they've got the ball at the 32, so that's a 2-yard gain the long way. Clock running at 9:40 remaining before halftime. Scoreless between Veterans Memorial and Miller.
7 carries, 9 yards for Charlebois. Not a lot going on the ground for the Eagle offense. Andres, 4 of 8 through the air for 70 yards and an interception.
He sends 2 players in motion. That you can't do that. Set, but they did it. Andres up the middle with a big hole. And outside, twisted, up, ended.
And there is a flag on the play.
There's 2 players in motion at the same time.
Roderick Taylor was the man that brought him down, but you're right, Doug. That was an arena football, Canadian Football League type of motion.
Flag is thrown on the Veterans Memorial sideline on the 30-yard line, right on the 30-yard line.
And it looks like they're going to move him back.
Well, that's going to want to decline it, but he had a first down up to the 39. Oh, legal shift is what he's signifying, not decline it, sorry.
So they are going to spot the ball back. It's going to be 3rd and long for the Eagle offense.
Back to the 27-yard line. Stop the clock momentarily at 9:08 left before halftime. 3rd down and 9 for the Eagles. Andres with a nice move to go right up the gut. That last play. There's a snap to him, rolling out to his left, wants to throw back on a screen. Intercepted by the Buccaneers with a room to run. Taking it into the end zone, touchdown Miller.
George Simmons, the defensive end, the beneficiary of the blitz that came from number 5, Jaden Vela. Vela put the pressure on Andres. Andres backpedaled, panicked, tried to get the ball away, and George Simmons was lurking. Pulls it down, gets the interception, pick 6. What a dialed up play call from Eric John once again. The Miller Buccaneer defense, the timing of their blitzes has been pretty superb tonight. I don't know if we had this on our bingo card. The first touchdown would be a defensive touchdown.
No, we didn't. We did not at all. Torres trying the extra point. Vela to hold. Snap. Kick is up. Good. 7-0 Miller. Back after this.
In Corpus Christi, we coast our own way.
The city to the beach, coast is more than our part of the state.
Coasting is a state of mind.
We take our time.
And take your vibe. We do things differently.
And celebrate what makes us the same.
This way of life is bigger than our beaches.
We are the casually charming.
The collectively cool.
The creatively curious.
We are the Gulf Coast capital.
GTech 360 proudly celebrating 20 years in business. What a local internet provider can do for you? No data caps. 24/7 customer support. Expert installations. Locally owned and operated. We connect people and communities. Give us a call today at 361-777-1400 for your internet, VoIP, and security needs.
Back here at Buccaneer Stadium as the sun sets behind the west side press box, and we have a break on the action now. We can see the field really well.
It's a beautiful scene out here.
Did the extra point was no good?
I'm like 99% sure it went through the upright, so maybe they just haven't updated the scoreboard.
I am too.
I thought it was good.
I thought I saw it right down the middle. Torres to kick. Back deep is number 7 and number 4 for the Eagles. That'll be Charles Perry and Derek Gray Jr. Torres with the approach, and there's his kick. End over end, fielded back by Gray at the 5-yard line. Up the middle, trying to find an opening, breaks one tackle, spins out of it, and it is brought down to the 32-yard line. So much better field position for the Eagles for this drive. Trailing, according to the scoreboard, 6-0.
And just recapping that last touchdown, it was a pick 6 by defensive end George Simmons of Miller. Took it 27 yards for the touchdown. Jaden Vela came on the blitz for the Buccaneers, and Andres, quarterback for Vets Memorial, backpedaled, tried to loft the ball towards his running back, but Simmons was there to snag it out of the air.
All right. Scoreboard sponsor for the second quarter, our friends over at Sames Ford. First and 10 for the Eagles from their 32-yard line with a tight formation. Now 2 receivers on the right. Snap, hands off Chalabois. No, Andres kept it. Turned it up the middle, had the ball, kind of carrying it out like a loaf of bread, walking down the aisle at HEB. Was able to bring it back in a little bit tight, was expecting a little contact, gets across the 40 up to the 41-yard line. Gain of 9, brings second down and 1.
Yeah, that one had me fooled as well. It's a good keep right there from Andres. His first carry of the evening.
Early and Gray are the receivers on the right side of the formation. Jason Cancino is there as well, and there's Chalabois with a big hole up the middle, picks up the first down up to the 49-yard line near midfield, and a first down.
Longest run right there for Charlebois.
Picking up a first down for the Eagles. Number 5.
It is very unique spelling. It's one of the first times I've ever seen this last name.
Yeah.
It looks like
Charlie.
And looks like boy with an urban spelling, B-O-I-S. But the French pronunciation, and thank you for going and talking to the family. We appreciate them. Charlebois.
Charlebois.
They said some people have struggles with it. We've been practicing in it for 20 minutes before we hit airtime.
And his father was very nice also.
First and 10 Eagles, trailing 6-0. Snap. Andres throws out quickly. This time it's over his receiver, number 7, Derek Gray.
It's a little bit too tall for Gray to climb that ladder, but
it was on line.
It was, and you know,
but it was right over his head, probably by what, 3 or 4 feet.
I would say so, and that Miller front did a good job of pushing the Eagles offensive line back into Andres as he was throwing. Might have been a reason why that ball sailed on him.
Stops the clock at 7:17 to go here in the second quarter. 6-0 Miller on top of the Veterans Memorial Eagles. And the season opener here at Buccaneer Stadium. Trips on the left side for the Eagles, second down. Hands off, breaks one tackle. Chalabois falls inside Miller territory down to the 47. That'll be 3rd down and 6 coming up for the Eagles.
For 68, Ryan.
You know, the Eagles have taken a couple of shots down the field, but for the most part, Doug, they've been working underneath. They've been trying to work the sticks. It's 3rd and 6 on the 47. I wonder if Coach Bittner might be thinking, let's try to catch these guys off guard here.
Man in motion. Sets, there's the snap. Pressure's coming from the outside. Andres rolls out, throws, caught. And the line judge comes running up, says incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Once again, pressure from Andres' left side forces him to roll right out of the pocket. If he could just get a tad bit more time to set himself, things would open up for the receivers, but it's not getting enough time, and the receivers are not getting enough time out there to have their routes develop. It's been good pressure all night from this Miller Buccaneer front 7.
You know, they're coming back to punt, but this is also that no man's land. So I would not be surprised to see a fake here.
got these exotic punt formations. And Doug, I think
Miller calls timeout.
Yeah, Coach Evans is counting everybody on the field, and he turns around and just gives a glare towards the sideline. I don't think they had enough guys, or they might have had too many guys. I don't think they had enough guys. Coach Evans is not happy about that. A little bit of a communication breakdown right there with the personnel. 4th and 6 upcoming.
Now give us an opportunity to say thank you to our sponsors tonight, our friends over at South Texas Bone and Joint at 5917 Crosstown Expressway, Del Mar College Trio program. You can find out more information at delmar.edu/trio. Eurotech Foundation Repair. Get a quote online, see everything, all the work that they can do at CompleteFoundationRepairs.com. Neil's Urban Oven, some amazing pizza at 6534 Yorktown. Moore's Compounding Pharmacy, 5945 McCardle. And the Corpus Christi Sports Commission is part of Visit Corpus Christi. Find out more about the Corpus Christi Sports Commission at visitcorpuschristi.com.
Appreciate everybody who has joined us this year. Thank you to all the sponsors.
Ryan Carmona back to punt.
I think you play it safe right now. If you're Coach Bittner, you play the field position game. Your defense has been doing a good job so far of shutting down.
Is that number 3 back there? Is that Vela back to return it?
Yes, it is, Doug.
Low snap, it bounces. Carmona find it, picks it up. Now it kicks it. Sidewinder. Gonna bounce inside the 15, right into the hands of Braden Rhodes. And Rhodes catches it at the 12-yard line.
Second punt of the night for veterans.
6:18 to go here for halftime, and Miller pinned back deep at their 12.
Let's take a look at how Trevor Long's doing so far. 7 of 12 through the air for 82 yards. Vela, the leading receiver, 3 receptions, 52 yards.
Trips on the right, Long looking to throw out to the left. He's got his man, and it's caught. Fighting for yardage, can't really get around, is Roderick Taylor, the younger brother of Roderick Taylor.
And that's just a good tackle right there. Some physical play from the corners of Vets. Number 4 in on the stop, Charles Perry Jr.
So they got it to the 17-yard line. Gain of 5, 2nd down and 5 coming up for the Eagles with trips on the right side. Fires it out quickly to Vela. Stops, reverse, cuts up the field with speed. Big time pickup, rolls across the 30-yard line and down to the 32.
Another reception for Vela.
Trips on the left side for the Miller Buccaneers. Taylor swinging out. Swing pass with room to run. Breaks one tackle, flag comes flying in. Taylor gets all the way to the 49-yard line and out of bounds with a flag thrown at the 40-yard line. I have a feeling that's a block in the back.
No, I think he got Ethan Vela on a hold over here.
Okay.
Thrown right in the direction of Vela, and just might have had too much of the jersey.
And it is holding.
You know, minus the hold, if you want to get Broderick Taylor involved in this game, start getting a little bit more swing passes right there. He could be very dangerous in that regard as well.
Moves it back to the 30-yard line. It's a loss of 2 from the spot of the foul. It'll be 1st down and 12 for Miller with 5:16 counting before halftime and leading 6-0. Trips on the left side, Long. Snap, handoff Taylor, up the middle, breaks to the outside, and up to the 35-yard line and dropped there.
Christopher Vasquez and Jordan Huerta both on the tackle. You know, these safeties and linebackers, they're moving side to side. They're quick to the attack.
2nd down and 8 coming up for the Buccaneers. Taylor shifts from the right side to the left side of Long. Pass protection, now rolling out, going to fire the ball. He's got his man open and caught and out of bounds. He bobbled it, still held on to it. on the sideline is number 1, Roderick Taylor. Inside Eagle territory down to the 47-yard line.
Wow.
Thought for a moment that Eagle defender was going to get a hand in there and knock it away. It was really close.
19 yards right there on the reception.
1st and 10, Miller with trips on the right side. Snapped along, looking to his left. One to throw. High floater. And intended again for Roderick Taylor, but Ponce. And who is that? Number 4.
That is Charles Perry Jr.
Both the defenders looked like they had a better opportunity to catch that one, as that ball looks like it slipped out of Long's hand a little bit.
Yeah, it was a wobbler, and you know, both Ponce and Perry Jr., both of them kind of looked surprised that the ball was hanging in the air that long.
Yes. Stopped the clock with 4:16 before half. Trips on the right. Hands off Taylor. Got him room to run. Follow behind the blocker. Up into space. Out to the outside and brought down by the jersey.
My goodness.
At the 30.
Humongous block right there by number 71, Isaiah Prado.
I'm glad you pointed that out, because Prado absolutely flattened his defender, and Taylor did a good job of riding behind Prado on that run.
1st and 10, Miller. Snap back. Hands off Taylor again. Trying to get to the right side. And inside the 25, down to the 24. A gain of 6. 2nd down and 4 coming up with the Miller Buccaneers. 3:43 remaining before halftime.
Yeah, past 2 carries for Taylor, 23 yards. Let's see if he can get moving a little bit here in the later portion of the second.
Trips on the right, a swing pass, a little bubble screen, breaks one tackle as Vela still on his feet. How did it get? The ball pops out, but they're going to say he was down. Recovered by the Eagles.
Man, Vela was getting pushed around like a pinball out there.
I don't know how he stayed on his feet.
My goodness.
Kept hitting what is that, the X button or the Y?
I believe it's the X button, Doug. Or the B button. The B button on the Xbox.
Spin. I'm like, man.
Wow. He took some punishment on that catch.
3rd down and 5 coming up for the Buccaneers at the Eagles. 25. Long. All day to throw, looking, now moving around the pocket, throws it out, has Vela, and a flag comes flying into the backfield.
Yeah, there was a lot of grabbing going on right there as the Eagles applied some pressure.
You've got number 71 downfield too, so you can almost have an ineligible lineman downfield. The right tackle. They're going to call holding.
Holding on number 71, Isaiah Prado. So we've already seen a couple of times where the Bucs look to be generating some momentum on offense, and then a crucial holding call brings them back into a 3rd and long situation.
And now the official is bringing Ethan Vela over to the sideline. I think his helmet came off. That's what he's signaling.
I think he took it off, honestly.
Oh. Jeremy Holmes is going to sub in for him. Ball back at the 35-yard line. 3rd down and 15 coming up for the Miller Buccaneers. 2:45 to go before halftime. Snap, Long looking. Firing the ball deep down the right sideline. Caught! Flags come flying in. It's incomplete.
Ball was in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. I believe that's number 11 on the far side.
I think it's Corey Holmes.
In coverage for the Eagles was Jordan Huerta.
Pass interference on the Eagles.
And it's in the end zone, so.
That might be one of those plays where that's the benefit of playing the college rules.
On the 20-yard line.
You take the penalty to prevent the touchdown.
Taylor in motion. Swing pass to him. He's got some space at the 15-yard line. 10 over a defender. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Broderick Taylor.
20 yards on the swing pass. Taylor, for the most part, have been struggling on the run, but you get him out into the pass. He's a dual threat back. Nose for the end zone.
Clock stop with 2:27 to go before halftime. Vela to hold, Torres to try the extra point. The snap, the kick is up, and it's good. 13-0 back after this.
In Corpus Christi, we coast our own way. In Corpus Christi, we coast our own way.
From the city to the beach, coast is more than our part of the state.
Coasting is a state of mind.
We take our time.
And take your power. We do things differently. And celebrate what makes us the same.
This way of life is bigger than our beaches.
We are the casually charming,
The collectively cool.
the creatively curious,
We are the Gulf Coast capital.
It's game time at Sames Ford, and that means you score big when you shop Sames and save. Check out this season's lineup, all new F-150s and Broncos, Rangers, and Mavericks. The front line is stacked with Explorers, Escapes, and the 7-seater Expedition. It's time to score big at Sames Ford with game time deals and big league discounts. We are Sames Ford, treating Texans right since 1910. Shop local, shop Sames.
Back here at Buccaneer Stadium, the Miller Buccaneers lead the Veterans Memorial Eagles here in the first half, 13-0, 2:27 remaining before halftime. After that 20-yard swing pass to Broderick Taylor.
And we did get confirmation that the first extra point was counted as no good.
Okay. It looked good to me from where I'm at. I mean, they're pretty routine, so most of the time you can think, well, it's good, it's good, it's good. But that's why the officials are on the field and we're up here.
Yeah.
Torres to kick. Early and Gray back deep for the Eagles across the 10-yard line. And it's a short end-over-end kick. And he catches it. It comes up the sideline. Gray with a spin move and gets to the 32-yard line.
Interesting.
Might have wanted to let that one go out of bounds.
It looked like it had the possibility to do that.
13-0 Miller leads, 2:23 left to go till halftime. It's going to be a big possession right here for this Veterans offense. They got to get some points on the board before the half because it looks like the Miller offense is starting to find its stride.
Indres with Charlebois to his left, trips on the left side of the formation for the Eagle receivers. And during the timeout, head coach Ben Bittner was having a conversation with the referee tonight, and they had to call timeout because there was a last-minute addition in for the Eagles. They had to bring in number 18, Luke Lowry, as a tight end.
You know, and that's what we alluded to in the pregame is this is a young offense. This is an offense that is replacing 3 receivers from last year. They're starting quarterback from last year. It's game 1 of the season. You're going to see some of these little miscues and substitution packages, personnel mix-ups, kind of going through a tad bit of growing pains here in the first half.
Each team with 2 timeouts remaining here in the first half.
We appreciate y'all being with us. MIC Sports Network, MICSportsNetwork.com. Spread the word, absolutely free of charge to you. Wherever you're watching, we appreciate you so much.
I'd like to see on this drive and going into the second half, Andres use his legs a little bit more.
He had a nice pickup earlier.
He did.
And that makes the defense not be so aggressive on you if he's a threat to run. Snap to Andres, hands off Charlebois with a cutback. Oh, he kept it, throws it out. Oh my goodness, and he took a monster hit.
Oh my. Whew. Wow, number 28 put him on, and that was LaMarcus Cullum.
That might be one of the biggest shots I've seen taken on a quarterback.
And he had me fooled too.
It's been a couple of misdirection plays like that that have had our eyes fooled. I've been looking at the running back, and the rest is the one who ends up having the ball. But you're right, Marcos. He took a shot right there as he released that football.
Charlebois, the tailback, along with Gray and Rhodes, the receivers split out on the right side. Early is the receiver on the left side of the formation for 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Eagles. Snap to Andres. Hands off Charlebois this time. He plows ahead. Still on his feet, fighting for yardage. He's got a 1st down and more.
Wow.
All the way up to the 44-yard line.
14 yards right there for Charlebois. And he fought for about an extra 8 to 9 yards on that carry. That was some desire from the young man, Andrew Charlebois.
Under 2 minutes to go for halftime. Eagles trailing 13-0.
It is taking a while to get these play calls, man. A little bit of...
I mean, there's a lot of time running off this clock right now. 10 seconds left on the play clock.
Andres, who is Charlebois to his right. 2 receivers on the left side. Snap coming, pressure was coming up in the middle. And Charlebois trying to find another opening and can't really get a whole lot. Looks like he has a gain of 1 to the 45-yard line. Trying that left side of the line, trying to find a crease, and there's not much there. Miller with good pursuit that time.
Yeah, good pursuit, and they're just doing a good job of flooding the run gaps. They're bringing linebackers up. They're not afraid to apply the pressure. And it's disrupting things for this veterans running game. 45 total yards on the ground for the Eagles.
They got to start getting these play calls in sooner. A lot of time running off the clock in between plays.
Trips on the right, snap to Andres, it's low. Hands off Charlebois again, gets to the 49. Gain of 4.
It's a beautiful tackle right there by
timeout Miller.
Steven Richardson.
52 seconds left to go before halftime. Miller won the toss, so they get the kickoff to start the second half.
Yeah.
And I think Coach Evans, with about 3rd down and 5 left to go here in 52 seconds, possibly thinking of a double dip.
I mean, it's in the realm of possibility right now, Doug. The thing that has concerned me, and Marcos brought this up, is you got 52 seconds left. You're down 13. Miller's going to get the ball back at the half. I just feel like right now there's not really a sense of urgency to move the ball downfield for the Eagles offense. Now, of course, credit to Miller. They're doing everything they can to stop this Eagles attack, but...
And you honestly could, you might be able to chalk that up to it's the first game of the year. You know, there might be some communication issues. Andres is new, starting this year. You know, last year they had Billy White. They had the transition. So now you got a new signal caller.
A lot of new skilled players.
Yep. It's a transition. And, you know, it's the first game of the year. Non-district game.
Well, that's true.
Non-zone game?
No, non-district now.
Okay, non-district now.
Non-district now is 5A D1 is where veterans will reside, and 5A D2 is where Miller will play.
3rd down and 5 from the 49-yard line. Rhodes goes in motion from right side to the left. Andres with the snap. Throws the ball out. Caught by Early and out of bounds.
And that was a nice throw and a nice catch to the boundary. Give them credit right there. That was a tight throw on the sideline.
Spotting it at the, what is it, the 43?
Officially the 43.
Okay.
But a great catch right there by Charles Perry. A tight rope maneuver on the sideline.
47 seconds left, sorry. 13-0 Miller on top of Veterans Memorial here in the season opener. At Bucs Stadium. 2-by-2 set for the Eagles. Andres takes a snap, steps up in the pocket, grabs and held on to right there at the 45-yard line.
It's going to be sacked by LaMarcus Cullum.
Going to get him to the 46.
Quarterback keeper up to the 45-yard
it's the clock running under 30 seconds now. At 25.
That still has 2 timeouts to work with. They're not calling one. Clock is ticking down. Seems like they're content here to maybe just get one more play off and head to the half.
Game clock down to 6. Snap to Andres. Hands off Charlie. No, he rolls it out again. Hits Braden Rhodes down the sideline. And Rhodes.
Down to about the 36.
And it was the end of the play, and the clock expired, so it's halftime here in Bucs Stadium. With a 13-0 lead for the Miller Buccaneers. We're going to step aside for a quick timeout. Should be at that 3.5-minute break. I believe that's what we have. Will, give me a thumbs up of a yes. Check it out and see here. Of course, we thank you to our sponsors. We appreciate their support for this season. South Texas Bone and Joint, Del Mar Trio, Eurotech Foundation Repair, Neal's Urban Oven, Moore's Compounding Pharmacy, and Corpus Christi Sports Commission. Step aside. Back after this.
In Corpus Christi, we coast our own way.
From the city to the beach, coast is more than our part of the state.
Coasting is a state of mind.
We take our time.
And take your power. We do things differently and celebrate what makes us the same.
This way of life is bigger than our beaches.
We are the casually charming,
The collectively cool.
the creatively curious,
We are the Gulf Coast capital.
Orthopedic excellence starts here. With 50-plus years of service in the Coastal Bend, 4 separate communities, 7 individual clinics, 9 different subspecialties, 1,500 patients seen each week. Don't settle for anything but the best. South Texas Bone and Joint, the go-to orthopedic office for you and your loved ones. Your care, always our priority.
Need help getting your GED, applying for college, or just a career change? Contact the Trio Educational Opportunity Center at Del Mar College. It's free. Let us help you further your education with a free grant-based program that offers academic assistance, financial aid, career workshops, tutoring, mentoring, college admission testing, and so much more. Call today and see if you qualify for this free program. When life knocks you down, sometimes you just need a helping hand to get back up. Contact the Trio Educational Opportunity Center at Del Mar College today.
This is Kelby at Moore's Compounding Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Our supplements are science-based, high-quality products that will help you transform your life. See our products at moore'spharmacy.com today.
Before Eurotech, the doors won't close, cabinets stay open, and walls crack. After Eurotech, that's all just a memory. The pros at Eurotech provide rock-solid foundation repair. They repair bulkheads and swimming pool decking the right way, the first time. The cutting-edge Eurotech method seals joints and levels and stabilizes concrete. Visit CompleteFoundationRepairs.com today or call 361-885-7901. Eurotech, keeping your world level. Financing available.
GTech 360 proudly celebrating 20 years in business. What a local internet provider can do for you? No data caps. 24/7 customer support. Expert installations. Locally owned and operated. We connect people and communities. Give us a call today at 361-777-1400 for your internet, VoIP, and security needs.
It's game time at Sames Ford, and that means you score big when you shop Sames and save. Check out this season's lineup, all new F-150s and Broncos, Rangers, and Mavericks. The front line is stacked with Explorers, Escapes, and the 7-seater Expedition. It's time to score big at Sames Ford with game time deals and big league discounts. We are Sames Ford, treating Texans right since 1910. Shop local, shop Sames.
And Corpus Christi. In August 2023, we opened a new Priority Care Clinic location on South Alameda. Patients at this location are cared for by our fellowship-trained emergency and sports medicine physician, Dr. Aaron Rodriguez.
If you live in Nueces, Refugio, and San Patricio County, the Educational Opportunity Center at Del Mar College open enrollment is now available to assist students with their college application process. They can also assist students with their financial aid applications and scholarships. At the Educational Opportunity Center, they are also offering help with GED classes and help with GED exam payments. For academic testing and more, call 361-698-1262 or visit delmar.edu/EOC to see if you qualify.
Back here at Bucs Stadium, Doug Kesterson, James Espinosa, and Marcos Marroquin coming up in the third quarter. Scoreboard sponsors, our friends over at the Corpus Christi Sports Commission. Appreciate them guys being a part of the broadcast tonight, along with our friends at South Texas Bone and Joint, Del Mar College Trio Program, Eurotech Foundation Repair, Neal's Urban Oven, and Moore's Compounding Pharmacy. Hey, tomorrow night, the Alice Coyotes and the Carroll Tigers in the Peanut Butter Bowl. 7 o'clock kickoff from Cabinets Field.
I'm looking forward to that, Doug. That's going to be a fun game tomorrow night. Make sure that you're there with us, MICSportsNetwork.com, and, of course, News Talk KUIS.
We'll also have the Texas State Network's post-game and scoreboard show. We've been running it for quite a few years now.
Yeah, those guys already booked me for the entire season.
Yeah, right.
I'm just joking.
I know.
It's fun, though, whenever they do give us a call and they want to have a breakdown of one of the local games.
I have not had an opportunity to talk to Andrew so far this season, but I'm sure we'll get something going. Of course, Saturday afternoon, the Texas Longhorns will take the airwaves starting at 1:30 as they battle and host Colorado State at DKR in Austin. And, of course, our condolences to the Royal family. Miss Edith Royal, the wife of legendary coach Darrell K. Royal, passed away, I believe, this past week,
Wow.
this week or last week, at the end of last week. Our condolences to the Royal family.
Yes, indeed.
And, of course, Sunday, NASCAR Cookout Southern 500 at Darlington.
Let's go.
4 o'clock. Drive fast and turn left.
We are your news, talk, and sports station of record in Corpus Christi.
Absolutely. And, of course, you're watching tonight's game on MICSportsNetwork.com. A lot of people we've talked to during last baseball season, they call us Mike Sports.
They do. And, okay, the school that I work at, if you know me, I work at Gregory Portland. Full disclosure, well, they all say Mike Sports.
Yes.
So they're like, hey, Mike Sports, Mike Sports. I'm like, yes, okay, well, I'll roll with Mike Sports. I mean, we have a microphone on our logo.
Yes, we do.
So I get the correlation, Mike Sports, but we are Malkin Interactive Communications, therefore Mike. So whatever, we go by both. We go by both.
And I have a dumb dad joke to go along with it.
Here we go.
No, it's not really that bad. It's
first one of the season.
It's kind of cool in a way. At least I think so in my head. So when we get paid, and it has our Malkin Interactive Communications on it, it's the mic check.
Yes. Oh wow. Wow, he did that. Yeah, he did. Mic check.
Well, you got a bit on the B-bar back there?
That was funny. That was a good one, Doug. That was a good one. But yes, we are with you. Halftime here at Buccaneer Stadium. The Miller Buccaneer Band is out. The show band, I believe, is what they are known as. 13-0 Miller over Veterans here at the half. It's been I would say for the most part, a defensive ball game. Miller did turn it up a little bit late in the second quarter. They had a pick six by George Simmons. That one went for 27 yards. And then later on, towards the end of the half with 2:27 to go, it was Broderick Taylor on a 20-yard swing pass, bowled over a couple of defenders and found his way into the end zone. 13-0. You got to say, I'm a little bit surprised that Miller's offense is not looking as explosive as we know it can be. But then again, I think I'm a little bit more surprised at the fact that Veterans defense has looked pretty strong so far in the early going.
Absolutely.
They've had a couple of really good stands. They had a goal line stand where they stopped Broderick Taylor at the 1-yard line. That defense, the front seven especially, has done a great job of bottling up Taylor for the most part, especially in the running game.
Coming up next week, we will start the Student Athlete of the Week. Our sponsors this season are G-Tech and Sames Ford. So if you have a young student athlete that you would like us to recognize, go to our website, MICSportsNetwork.com. And you will see tabs across there that says student athlete, nominate a student athlete. I'll have all that ready to roll starting next week. I do not have any preference right now of who the first one is or who we're going to select or who is no nominations thus far, but we are looking at things tonight. As we look around the area, I have a halftime score between Freer and Banquete. It is a 1-point lead for the Bulldogs, 7-6 at half.
All right. Not a lot of Thursday night games tonight, but
Aransas pass and the Coffer Seahawks, the Panthers and the Seahawks, 37-0 at halftime.
that is Rivera Coffer,
Yes,
who we are scheduled to have on our broadcast at some point later on this season.
Halloween.
Ah, yes, Halloween in Fremont, Texas. That's going to be interesting.
The Pirates and the Greyhounds battling it out in Mathis. Taft with 6. The Pirates leading 14-6 at half. London leading Bishop 14-6 at London's new field. And the Brahmas over the Brackenridge Eagles 34-0 in the second quarter.
Wow. That is okay. Kingsville went up to San Antonio to play that game. They're playing in Alamo Stadium. That is a 34-0 score. That is, I'm going to say, a little bit surprising.
And we would cover the Gregory Portland Wildcats and the Cal Allen Wildcats tomorrow night. However, however, we are not allowed to cover the game at Cal Allen. This is not the first time. It was 2 years ago we weren't allowed to go in there. We found a different game. That's why we're covering the Peanut Butter Bowl tomorrow for you guys. This is out of our control.
Yeah, out of our control, but hey, you know what? The show must go on. And
absolutely.
Looking forward to covering a exciting Alice team who's in the 4A ranks looking to make some noise. Or excuse me, they're in the 5A D2 ranks looking to make some noise. And a Carroll team who this year, Doug, a lot of people are saying this could be the year that Carroll breaks back into the playoffs. They got a team that is looking on the come up. Coach Cal Netherland has been building this program up ever so slowly. A lot of people are saying this could be the year that Carroll breaks through into the playoffs.
Well, everybody that has, with predictions of how they think you're going to finish, they have Carroll finishing third in this district.
Right behind.
Miller is the district champion, is what's being projected. Veterans Memorial in the second spot. Carroll in the third. My opinion, I think Moody takes the fourth spot for playoffs.
Yeah, I could see it happening like that. And of course, we'll see Carroll a few times this year, and we'll have them against GP in the Battle of the Bridge. That'll be a district game this year. So a lot of fun times to come with CCISD and everybody else who we got broadcasted or scheduled to be broadcasted here on the MIC Sports Network.
And I do want to go back to the Cal Allen Gregory Portland game for tomorrow night. I do want to say that as visiting radio, you have to ask permission, along with the live stream, you have to have permission from the venue and the school to go in. So that's the reason why we're not denied permission to go in. I just want to make sure that it's a UIL rule. I have to make sure that we have permission from the venue. And they do not have to let us in.
No, they don't.
It is a rule that they do not have to allow visiting radio.
They do not. They have every right to deny whoever they want to come to their stadium and broadcast. That is their right. And they reserve that right.
And they do.
So, but, you know, we will start our GP coverage next Friday night when they take on Laredo Alexander at Ray Aikens Wildcat Stadium.
Yes, and we'll probably hit the air a little early for that, for the press box dedication to our friend, my mentor, Mr. Vito Duran.
That's right.
Alumni here of Miller High School.
Yeah, alumni of Miller High School, and
he would have been 90 years old this month on the 5th.
And a broadcasting legend here in South Texas.
Oh, and I've got David, his son, had brought me some reel-to-reel tapes, and I'm able to go back and listen to some of that. I've got some old school clips that I have of Vito listening to him, and man, he was excellent. And I'm like, man, I'm horrible compared to Vito when I was listening to it. I'm like, good Lord, this man was good.
There was a clip that you sent me.
Yes.
And I think it was like 1986. It was somewhere around those parts, right?
It was 1988.
Or 88, yeah. And man, when I was listening to Vito, like you could just hear it, man. It radiated through the speakers. And we even played that clip on our Sunday Sports Rush show. And yeah, man, it was awesome to hear Vito back then in his prime, and looking forward to you potentially sharing some more clips, because I would like to hear that as well.
I've got them all in my Mac in here. I can pull them out of here a little bit. It's 1452 is a Veterans Memorial Eagle band and the Star Line taking the field. Let's step aside for a quick timeout as they get the introductions. The 3-minute timeout, 3.5-minute timeout. We'll be back right after this. Stay with us on MIC Sports Network and KEYS.
All right, hello, my friends.
Orthopedic excellence starts here. With 50-plus years of service in the Coastal Bend, 4 separate communities, 7 individual clinics, 9 different subspecialties, 1,500 patients seen each week. Don't settle for anything but the best. South Texas Bone and Joint, the go-to orthopedic office for you and your loved ones. Your care, always our priority.
Need help getting your GED, applying for college, or just a career change? Contact the TRIO Educational Opportunity Center at Del Mar College. It's free. Let us help you further your education with a free grant-based program that offers academic assistance, financial aid, career workshops, tutoring, mentoring, college admission testing, and so much more. Call today and see if you qualify for this free program. When life knocks you down, sometimes you just need a helping hand to get back up. Contact the TRIO Educational Opportunity Center at Del Mar College today.
This is Kelby at Moore's Compounding Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Our supplements are science-based, high-quality products that will help you transform your life. See our products at moore'spharmacy.com today.
Before Eurotech, the doors won't close, cabinets stay open, and walls crack. After Eurotech, that's all just a memory. The pros at Eurotech provide rock-solid foundation repair. They repair bulkheads and swimming pool decking the right way, the first time. The cutting-edge Eurotech method seals joints and levels and stabilizes concrete. Visit CompleteFoundationRepairs.com today or call 361-885-7901. Eurotech, keeping your world level. Financing available.
GTech 360 proudly celebrating 20 years in business. What a local internet provider can do for you? No data caps. 24/7 customer support. Expert installations. Locally owned and operated. We connect people and communities. Give us a call today at 361-777-1400 for your internet, VoIP, and security needs.
It's game time at Sames Ford, and that means you score big when you shop Sames and Save. Check out this season's lineup, all new F-150s and Broncos, Rangers, and Mavericks. The front line is stacked with Explorers, Escapes, and the 7-seater Expedition. It's time to score big at Sames Ford with game time deals and big league discounts. We are Sames Ford, treating Texans right since 1910. Shop local, shop Sames.
In Corpus Christi, we coast our own way.
From the city to the beach, coast is more than our part of the state.
Coasting is a state of mind.
We take our time.
Integrate. We do things differently and celebrate what makes us the same.
This way of life is bigger than our beaches.
We are the casually charming,
The collectively cool.
the creatively curious,
We are the Gulf Coast capital.
Back here at Bucs Stadium, Doug Kesterson, James Espinosa, and Marcos Marroquin. So glad you're with us here tonight. Thank you to our sponsors for this season in 2024. Our friends over at South Texas Bone and Joint, the premier leaders in bone and joint injuries. And of course, you can check them out and find them at 5917 Crosstown Expressway. Our friends over at Del Mar College and the TRIO program. Find out more information online, delmarcollege.edu/TRIO. Foundation problems, home settling, cracked driveway, whatever you want to have it take a look at. Check out our friends over at Eurotech Foundation Repair. Online, get a free quote, CompleteFoundationRepairs.com. Hungry? Look at some pizza, want to watch the game? Enjoy some beverages? Check out Neil's Urban Oven, 6534 Yorktown. Moore's Compounding Pharmacy, where they can calculate, take care of everything with you, and find the right supplements for you, all natural, great quality products there. Moore's Compounding Pharmacy, 5945 McArdle. And Corpus Christi Sports Commission is a brand new portion here in the Coastal Bend. Wanted to bring tourism and let the world know of the sports hub here and everything we have available to us here in the Coastal Bend. And the Corpus Christi Sports Commission, part of Visit Corpus Christi. Check them out online at visitcorpuschristi.com. They are the third quarter sponsor on the scoreboard tonight.
That's pretty exciting.
It is very exciting.
Sports Commission. And
without giving too many details, we had a great conversation in early talks. There's a lot of opportunities that we would like to do as a radio station, MIC Sports Network, and Visit Corpus Christi and the Coastal Bend Hall of Fame.
Very interesting.
Great conversation.
All right. We love great conversations around these parts. MICSportsNetwork.com. News Talk KEYS. James Espinosa, Doug Kesterson, Marco Smatakin with you. It's halftime. 13-0. Miller leads Veterans Memorial. Miller will receive the ball when the second half kicks off. We're about 8 minutes and change until the start of the second half.
Do you have the unofficial stats?
I do have some unofficial stats, Doug. Would you like for me to go over those?
Absolutely.
So let's go over the Miller team stats. As a team, 11 total rushes for 42 yards. Passing, Trevor Long, 12 of 18 for 142 yards, 1 touchdown pass. That touchdown pass was received by running back Broderick Taylor for 20 yards. So Taylor on the ground, 11 for 42 rushing. Receiving-wise, Broderick Taylor, 1 reception, 20 yards, 1 touchdown. The leading receiver for Miller is Ethan Vela, 5 receptions for 68 yards. And then second leading receiver is Roderick Taylor, 3 receptions for 31 yards. And Corey Holmes has been held to 2 receptions for 20 yards. Now, on the Veterans Memorial side of things, as a total team, 14 rushes, 46 yards. Through the air, Noah Endress is 6 of 14, 88 total yards, does have 2 interceptions thrown. One of them was a pick six, 27-yard pick six by Miller defensive end George Simmons. For the Veterans Memorial Eagles, their leading receiver is Charles Perry, 1 reception, 49 yards. Braden Rhodes and Derek Gray both have 2 receptions. Rhodes with 19 yards, Derek Gray with 12. That's how things have shaked up so far for both squads.
A defensive battle for sure, which is the exact opposite of how the battle between these two went last year.
Yeah. I mean, last year was a 59-40 shootout where both teams were answering each other left and right until Miller pulled away in the later portion of the fourth quarter. But you're right. So far, both teams have made some pretty crucial defensive stands. The Veterans Memorial Eagles made a defensive stand on their goal line, stuffing Broderick Taylor from 4th and 1 from the 1. That was crucial. And then on the opening series of the game, Veterans Memorial was driving down, looked like they were about to have a touchdown, and a ball was picked off in the end zone by Khalil Davis. So, yeah, both teams have stood tall when it mattered most, but Miller, towards the end of that second quarter, you could kind of see the gears turning ever so slowly. Looks like their offense is starting to warm up a little bit.
And you know what? The position groups that really stood out to me was the linebacking core from Veterans Memorial. They look stout already. Those boys are flying around the field doing a really good job, creating pressure when they need to, dropping back in coverage when they need to. It's been really impressive what they're doing. And then on the other side, Miller's defensive front has been very stout. They haven't let Veterans Memorial get anything going really on the running game. They've gotten pressure to Andres. They've done a really good job just disrupting everything on the line of scrimmage.
There's been a few times where Andres is, it looks like he has a little bit of time to throw, but the Miller defensive front is getting push on that Vets offensive line, and it's causing the offensive line to step into where Andres wants to step into his throw. So, it's been a little bit messy for Andres back there. And, credit to the defense of Miller and defensive coordinator Eric John. He has dialed up some well-timed pressures. He's done it a few times tonight, and it's caused duress for this Eagles offense.
They almost got a safety.
Yeah, almost got a safety, and a few times they've caused Andres to have to abandon the pocket and just try to roll out and make something happen.
The Eagles' offensive line is a little young. There are 2 seniors, there are 2 juniors, and a sophomore on that starting O-line. So they've done well considering, but there's some youth and inexperience. considering those guys were all pretty much seniors on that squad last year. You had those 3 seniors that moved on. And, you know, the note that we talked about earlier in the ball game about the secondaries for both squads all graduating, the corners and the safeties, I thought both teams of these young guys that have stepped up in the secondary on both sides of the game and on ball, James, have done a nice job of not allowing anything to go really silly over their heads.
Yes, and we talked about that in the pregame. Would the secondaries be tested by both sides? And for the most part, they haven't. Minus that one 49-yard reception from Perry early on by the Eagles offense, we haven't really seen too many shots downfield, or for a matter of fact, too many completions downfield past 10 to 15 yards. It's been all underneath. It's been all intermediate routes and completions. Have yet to see the field get stretched by both of these offenses.
Absolutely right, as both teams are back on the field going through some warm-ups.
13-0, Miller up here at the half. Miller will receive the ball when things get going.
They won the toss, deferred to the second half.
And, you know, something that we saw towards the end of the half where the Vets had the ball, but just couldn't really move the ball, or just seemed like they were reluctant to try to push the ball a little bit downfield to try to get some points on the board before the half. So they did go to the half with 2 timeouts left in their pocket. Kind of a little bit of a, not questionable, but I would say an interesting thought process that happened with the Vets coaching staff.
But, you know, I don't have any doubt in my mind that if this was a district ball game, that they would have handled that differently.
Probably so.
That was my point with you, and I agree with you on that. This is a game to get better.
Yeah.
This is a rivalry game. You want to play this other team that brings out the best in you. This is a tremendous test for Veterans Memorial against this Miller Buccaneer squad. It's only going to make each team better as you go down the road.
And the thing with Veterans Memorial this year, they only have 2 non-district games. It's Miller and Carroll, and then in 2 weeks' time, they're on the road at Brownsville-Rivera for a district clash in the Valley. So you have 2 games to work out the kinks. Maybe you don't want to show too much. Maybe you don't want to open up the offense right away. But in 2 weeks' time, district play is going to get rolling, and we know what it's like to head to the Valley on those 2.5-hour to 3-hour drives. That could be a long, long day.
Fortunately for us, we will not be making a trip to the Valley for the next 2 years
for
goodness. Football.
Yeah, man. We went through the gauntlet for those last 2 years.
Camera operator tonight, Jake Vasquez, with a great job of putting in some awesome shots. As you can see the Miller Buccaneers on your screen right there, a real nice tight shot of them in the end zone. We went to a couple of games down in the Valley, different areas last year, and it was hot. We had a doubleheader with the Eagles baseball, and that was one of those ones like, whew.
Oh, yeah. We have had our fair share of trips to the 956, and, yeah, that could be a long, long ride, even in just a regular vehicle, a truck. Being on a bus, not the most comfortable of
They take charters most of the time.
I mean, I know they take charters, yeah. Nowadays, these young kids are spoiled nowadays, Doug. They get the charter buses. Back then, we rode the yellow dogs.
Yes.
Well, we're lucky if we even had air conditioning. I'm being serious.
What is that?
Doug was just telling me the other day how soft this generation is now.
Here come the Buccaneers. We never had air conditioning in the buses and the yellow dogs. You wanted some air, you go push down the window. You undid it and pulled it down a little bit.
Roll down the window, man. Bucs hit the field.
That's just the way it was. There was no such thing as air conditioning in the yellow dogs when I went.
I think I know I'm finally reaching my elder age when me and Doug are having the same takes about the young generation. I'm with you, Doug. I'm almost there.
I get it's hot. I mean, believe me, I'd rather have air conditioning back then too.
It's all downhill from here, Doug. I'm about to be 35.
Oh.
All downhill. Bucs hit the field. They got a 13-0 lead. They're out of their tunnel on the home sideline, on their home sideline.
We'll have the Eagles taking the field here in just a moment. We're going to get tomorrow night, Alice and the Carroll Tigers at Cabinets Field in the Peanut Butter Bowl. Kickoff set for 7 o'clock.
Peanut Butter Bowl. That's a tough one.
Peanut Butter Bowl.
Peanut Butter Bowl. Of course, that goes to a good cause. I believe
it does.
It's trying to feed.
You can donate $2 a jar and help feed the hungry. As the Eagles take the field.
Eagles on the field looking to get things going in the second half. They trail 13-0 to Miller. Up north, the Peanut Butter Bowl is very popular up north. When I lived in San Antonio, there was a lot of teams participating in the Peanut Butter Bowl.
Yes.
Just recently, I even think it started last year with a couple of teams down here, but even more so this year, there's a lot of those Peanut Butter Bowl games happening around the area. It's starting to take a little bit more hold.
It is.
And it's a good thing. It's a good cause. Needless to say, Miller will receive the ball, 13-0 lead for the Buccaneers. It's a critical possession for the Eagles. They need a stop to try to keep pace because we know Miller at the drop of a hat, they can put up points and they can put them up fast. It hasn't been like that in the first half, but I got a feeling those gears got oiled up a tad bit and they might be ready to open it up.
Now, some coaches and some teams will tell you that their second half adjustments are always the key. And then we've talked to other coaches before and said, dude, no, there's no second half adjustment. They're adjusting during the game. You know, you just play by play, you know, series by series.
I imagine at halftime there's a little bit of talks, but it's
Okay,
mostly just rest, recover, and
yes. Carmona to kick off for the Eagles. He has it on the left hash on the 40, kicking off left to right on your radio dial. On News Talk KUS 1440 AM and 98.7 FM and on MICSportsNetwork.com. You can watch the game absolutely for free for just tuning in. It's a Thursday night game of the week. Carmona and the Eagles are ready. Back deep is that number 3 Ethan Vela and number 11 Corey Holmes.
Correct.
High, end over end. Vela catches it, bobbles it, and then takes a knee on the Tiger logo.
It's a booming kick by Carmona. Looked like Vela thought for a slight second of returning it, but
oh, he did.
Dropped down to a knee and chose the wiser. And now the offense is huddled up with head coach Justin Evans, and they hit the field for their first possession of the second half. 13-0 Bucs.
Under 25-yard line. Miller Bucs, first and 2.
And a last-second addition coming in. Trips on the right side of the formation, for the Miller Buccaneers. Corey Holmes split on the left. Snapped along. Hands off, and that was Holmes he was handing off to. Sorry, it was Roderick Taylor on the left side. And a flag down on the line of scrimmage. Ball start. Not a ton of penalties tonight, but a few, and you expect some of these in the first game or two in the year.
Shaking off the rust.
Because controlled scrimmages give you a good look, but it's not a game. Trips on the right, this time 2nd and 15. Hands off to Holmes with a stutter step, cut up the field, and picks up that penalty yardage and a little bit more as he gets near the 30-yard line, marking him at the 29.
All right.
Should be about 2nd down and 6, correct?
That is correct, 2nd and 6.
Trips on the right side. Snap, wants to throw, hits out to Roderick Taylor, catches it, hanging on, stepped out of bounds, stutter stepping, bouncing. He's at the 36-yard line.
You know, so far 3 plays into the second half, and Roderick Taylor's not on the field. It's Corey Holmes in the backfield.
He one tackle a little bit earlier in the ball game. It kind of looked a little awkward for him, but it more than likely nothing. Just probably giving him a rest. 1st and 10 Miller, snapped along, looking to throw to his left, throws the ball out, caught by Roderick Taylor. He's got another 1st down and shoved out of bounds.
13 yards to Taylor.
At the 49-yard line.
Good little comeback route on the sideline.
I think Long's going to want that one back, though, because I think Ethan Vela had a little go route, and it looked like he was running wide open there.
Let's see if they come back to that. So far, so good for this Miller offense. here in the second half.
Trips on the left side. 10:56 to go in the third quarter. Hand off Corey Holmes with a cut outside. Breaks another tackle. Holmes got some room at the 40-yard line. Off to the races. Trying to catch him. He's not getting there. Touchdown, Corey Holmes.
51 yards to the house for Corey Holmes. And once he gets to that second level, made a man miss. Turned on the Jets. See you later. Opening drive touchdown to start the second half for the Bucs.
That's exactly how you wanted to see that going. Torres to try the extra point. Velo to hold. Snap, the kick, up, and good. 20-0 back after this.
Orthopedic excellence starts here. With 50-plus years of service in the Coastal Bend, 4 separate communities, 7 individual clinics, 9 different subspecialties, 1,500 patients seen each week. Don't settle for anything but the best. South Texas Bone and Joint, the go-to orthopedic office for you and your loved ones. Your care, always our priority.
Need help getting your GED, applying for college, or just a career change? Contact the Trio Educational Opportunity Center at Del Mar College. It's free. Let us help you further your education with a free grant-based program that offers academic assistance, financial aid, career workshops, tutoring, mentoring, college admission testing, and so much more. Call today and see if you qualify for this free program. When life knocks you down, sometimes you just need a helping hand to get back up. Contact the Trio Educational Opportunity Center at Del Mar College today.
Back here at Bucs Stadium, Doug Kesterson, James Espinosa, and Marcos Marroquin with you. Thank you for being a part of the broadcast tonight on News Talk KEYS 1440 AM and 98.7 FM, and watching on MikeSportsNetwork.com. 10:45 to go in the third quarter. It's 20-0 Miller on top of the Veterans Memorial Eagles. Torres to kick. Ball placed just behind the 40-yard line on the X. It's an end-over-end kick. Fielded in and out of the hands of Gray. He picks it up at the 4-yard line, has a little bit of room, trying to get to the outside, and not much doing as he stopped at the 11-yard line.
Miscue right there, and it's going to put the Eagles in a precarious field position spot for their first possession of the second half. They're down 20-0.
If you're the Eagles, you have to go score on this possession. You've got to get back in this ball game and get something working right. We've seen flashes of brilliance, but not enough on a drive so far. Much the first game of the year. Charlebois to the right of Andres. Snap back with trips on the right side. Andres throws it out. Caught and then incomplete. I think he realized as Early had onto that ball, decided to drop it because it was a no gain on that play.
Yeah, and it was some pretty good coverage right there by Jonas Stafford, the linebacker for Miller. He was right on the receiver and forced the pass breakup.
Lowry was going to leave the field as the tight end. It's ending back on the field. 15 seconds on the play clock for the Eagles. Rhodes and Gray are the receivers on the right side of Rhodes in the slot. Snap to Andres, hands off Charlebois with a cutback. Fighting for yardage. That's enough for a first down, I believe.
Yeah, it's going to be close, and they're moving the chains.
They're going to have him 1 yard short. They're marking him at the 20-yard line. He needs to get to the 21. 3rd and 1 coming up for the Eagles.
So 9 yards for Charlebois.
Rhodes checks out of the ball game. Jason Cancino checks in for him. Lowry remains the tight end on the right side. Andres Handoff, met in the backfield.
Ball.
Bucs out. Bucs have it.
Oh, my goodness. Delson Cavness comes up with the fumble recovery. No, excuse me, that is LaMarcus Cullum, number 28, who comes up with the fumble recovery.
But you know who blew that up? That is number 44, Steven Richardson. Blew that play up from the very second that ball was snapped and met the ball carrier in the backfield, and he never had a chance. And then it's just a swarm of defenders to the ball after that.
What happened to the game clock?
Game clock is off.
What did you have?
The scoreboard.
Marcos?
I had 9.
Okay, there it is. Back to 9:36. Okay.
But a big play by the Buck defense, and the Eagles are in trouble here.
Snap, hands off this time. Taylor's back in the ball game. Breaks a couple of tackles, gets inside the 20, down to the 17-yard line.
On the carry, number 21, Taylor.
And there's that Miller defensive front that we've been talking about, that we mentioned at halftime, making a really big-time play right there, as now Miller gets a chance to open this game up a little bit.
Taylor now to the left of Trevor Long with trips on the right side of his formation. Second down. Long looking to throw to the left, fires the ball deep down in the end zone and off the fingertips of Roderick Taylor, trying to get a turnaround right-handed catch with trying to keep his left toe in bounds.
Yeah, tried to do his best Odell Beckham impersonation. Ball just a little bit too high. 3rd and 5 upcoming for the Bucs. Go ahead, Doug.
Roderick Taylor with a pink and a light blue glove on. The pink is on his left hand, so those receiving gloves. Snap, hands off Taylor. Finds a little bit of room, trying to break out of a tackle, hopping around, and then finally brought down at the 15 by about 4 Eagles.
About a gain of 2. And that was just a great stop by Jordan Huerta again. The safety back there has been firing up towards the line of scrimmage on run defense. He's had a bevy of tackles under his belt tonight.
4th down and 3 from the 15-yard line, and the Buccaneers stay on the field to go for it. Taylor's to the right of Long, trips on the left side of the formation. Taylor swings out from the right side to the left, throws back over to Holmes with a bubble screen. Holmes has the first down at the 10, inside, and finally brought down about the 8.
That is correct, down at the 8, 7-yard reception for Corey Holmes. Corey Holmes, 3 receptions, 27 yards.
Ball spotted officially at the 9. 1st and goal for the Miller Buccaneers, leading 20-0. Trevor Long looking to his left to throw the whole time. Wide open, Vela catches it across the goal line, touchdown.
It's right underneath the coverage. Vela had to kind of turn around and catch it.
Hold on, there's a flag in the end zone.
Oh, there is, and there's 2
flags.
flags.
And then another one coming out.
Let's see.
Miller's been running a lot of long developing plays and a lot of underneath stuff where their guys are wide open.
Oh, and Coach Evans is vehemently upset.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, took his helmet off. I didn't hear him. I had to watch him on the video board here at the stadium.
So an unsportsmanlike conduct called on Corey Holmes.
After the play was over.
And that explains why Evans was as upset as he was. Because those are the penalties that a coach can't live with. You know, you can't. They're okay with. I mean, they don't like any other penalty, obviously, but a football play is understandable, and those penalties are going to happen. But
more than likely, it'll be assessed on the kickoff as well, too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why he was upset. He expects more out of a senior.
So that does count as a touchdown.
Snap, the kick is through. It is good. 27-0. We're going to take a timeout. Be back after this. Stay with us.
This is Kelby at Moore's Compounding Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Our supplements are science-based, high-quality products that will help you transform your life. See our products at moore'spharmacy.com today.
Before Eurotech, the doors won't close, cabinets stay open, and walls crack. After Eurotech, that's all just a memory. The pros at Eurotech provide rock-solid foundation repair. They repair bulkheads and swimming pool decking the right way, the first time. The cutting-edge Eurotech method seals joints and levels and stabilizes concrete. Visit CompleteFoundationRepairs.com today or call 361-885-7901. Eurotech, keeping your world level. Financing available.
Back here at Bucs Stadium, Doug Kesterson, James Espinosa, Marcos Marroquin. Miller Buccaneers with a commanding lead right now, 27-0, 7:58 to go here in the third quarter. And our third quarter sponsor, our friends over the Corpus Christi Sports Commission.
2 offensive drives for Miller in the second half, 2 touchdowns. They did benefit from a fumble recovery by LaMarcus Cullum. 27-0 Miller up.
The Eagles are trying to get something going and started, but they will need a little bit of a work and start working again for the game next week. And just like, okay, because this was going to be a hard task to come back on in this game, down 27-0 against a powerful Miller team with as much time as left in this ball game.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. And the Vets offense has turned the ball over 3 times, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble.
So Miller's kicking off from their 25-yard line, so the Eagles should have a little bit better field position unless Torres can put it back inside the 10. Into the wind a little bit. It's a high end over end kick. Fielded by Gray at the 25-yard line. Stops. And then is tackled right at the 36-yard line.
I think he was brought down by his own man. Kind of tripped up out there by number 25, Jason Cancino.
And I'm not sure if Gray saw something. He was trying to find an opening, but he stopped, which was a little odd. Normally you take off running, and if you stop, you're right back up again trying to find a crease, waiting patiently for a block or a hole to open up. But
yeah, I think you could credit that to really good special teams coverage right there from the Miller Buccaneers, closing up any potential gaps.
1st and 10 Eagles from their 36-yard line. Trailing the Miller Buccaneers 27-0.
You know, at this point, you just want to see your team move it down the field, put together a couple of good series, and
hand off to Chalibon. He's dropped in the backfield.
LaMarcus Cullum.
A little bit of a slow developing play.
Yeah, and just as I was saying that, it's a loss of about 3.
They're going to give him the 33-yard line. 2nd down and 13 coming up for the Eagles.
And LaMarcus Cullum, the linebacker, senior linebacker for Miller, has been just everywhere for this team. He's practically in every play.
Oh, they did it again.
The Eagles are 2 men in motion again.
Wow. 2nd time tonight.
Yeah, I think we've just seen a lot of rust.
A lot of rust and a lot of inexperience.
Yeah, miscommunications.
And Lowry leaves the field and nobody comes back on. Was there 12 men on the field? Illegal participation?
It was an illegal shift for sure.
Well, he didn't shift. He signaled his hand like this on his chest with his right hand balled up near his left shoulder. And it's a 5-yard mark off. So it puts the ball back to the 28. Snap to Andres. Pressure coming, rolling out, stopping, throwing his ball back and trying to find his receiver, not there.
And guess who? LaMarcus Cullum once again applying the pressure and forcing an incomplete batted ball from Andres.
3rd down and 18 for the Eagles.
.651 to go here in the third quarter.
2x2 set for the Eagles. Charlebois staying in the block. Andres having a reverse field, rolling out to his right. Long throwing the ball at the line of scrimmage. And it's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Just a ton of pressure. I can name a bevy of guys out there who applied pressure. Isaac Salazar was out there. Number 44, Steven Richardson. You even saw number 9, George Simmons, get into the fray on that pressure of Andres. Just overwhelming the Veterans Memorial offensive line.
And another great play call right there to draw up that blitz. Well executed.
It was. Andres is 6 of 17 passing for 88 yards, 2 interceptions.
Low snap to Carmona, but he puts a nice kick high in the air. It's going to bounce inside the 40, take a Eagle roll, and he gets down inside the 39-yard line.
Hey, not a bad punt. Not a bad punt. Miller offense will take over for their 3rd possession of the second half. So far, 2 possessions for the Bucs offense in this second half, 2 touchdowns. 27-0 Miller over Vets with 6:34 left to go in the 3rd quarter. James Espinosa, Doug Kesterson, Marcos Mataquin with you, MICSportsNetwork.com.
Trips on the left side of the formation for Miller. Taylor is to the left of Trevor Long. Long with a snap, looking to throw. Waiting, flushed out to his left now. Stops near the line of scrimmage and throws that ball away as pressure was coming. He hasn't had to do that a whole lot of times.
No, he hasn't.
And there's a flag on the opposite side of the field. I think they're going to get a hold.
Yeah, we got a Miller Buck protesting out there to the referee.
And that's a killer whenever you have a holding penalty on the far side of the play.
You know, we've seen a few holding penalties called on the Bucs tonight. Definitely something that will have to be cleaned up.
And it is officially holding.
That's something that makes head coaches grit their teeth whenever the holding's away from the ball.
Not even near the play. Yeah, man, that could be a tough one to. That's a tough one on the film when you're watching that over.
Moves it back to the 29-yard line. 1st and 20. Vela goes in motion into the backfield, reverses course, wants to throw, setting up a bubble screen to Taylor on the right side, breaks 1 tackle, staying on his feet, and picks up a big gain. A lot of that penalty yardage back. It looks like he gets up 8 out of the 10-yard penalty.
It's a good screen call.
To the 37-yard line. 2nd down and 12. Trips on the left side. Snap to Long, looking to his left to throw, waiting. Long developing play, long corner route, and it's out of bounds.
Charles Perry Jr. caught the ball, but just couldn't get his foot in bounds for the interception. Pass intended for number 7, Jahum Cook.
It'll be 3rd down and 12 coming up for the Buccaneers. Leading 27-0 with 5:50 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Long is pointing out, making some adjustments. Takes a snap, 3-step drop for him, rolling out to his left now, looking, 1 to throw at the last second, fires it up, just tipped out of the way as a crossing route for Ethan Vela. If it hits him in stride, he's gone.
Yeah, that one almost snuck through, but credit to the secondary, Charles Perry Jr.
Is that who got the hand on it?
He got the hand on it. Lance Moya was also in the mix there. Both of those guys on the coverage of Vela.
And that brings out the punt unit for the Buccaneers as Christian Torres makes his way in. Back to take the punt for the Eagles will be number 4, Charles Perry Jr.
You know, I thought Long had a pretty clean pocket right there. I didn't think he needed to escape outside the pocket, but things did break down towards the end of that play. Long was holding the ball and just waiting for anybody to get open.
Snap to Torres. Pressure comes, but he's able to get it away. Catches it on the run as Perry tripped up, and he gets knocked down. They're going to spot him at the 45-yard line.
It's a good tackle by number 20. And on my roster, it says Espin, ESPN Cole.
Yes, he is not the first player we've ever had named Espin.
So that's Espin.
Espin.
Okay, Espin Cole on the tackle.
It was a guy at Toloso Midway. He was the catcher for the Warriors.
Okay. Was this some time ago?
When Marcelo was still at Toloso Midway.
Okay.
So 2018, 19, something like that.
Espin Cole on the tackle right there in the punt coverage.
Trips on the left side of the formation for the Eagles. He sends Perry in motion from the left side to the right. Snap to Andres. Throws it out. It's caught. And a nice play on first down inside Buck territory and out of bounds is Derek Gray Jr.
$18 yards to Gray.
Spotted at the 37-yard line and a first down for the Eagles. I believe that's their first down of the second half.
It sounds about right.
Yeah, they haven't mustered up much of anything here in the second half.
Same formation with trips on the left. And Andres looking for the call on the sideline. Play clock down to 8.
Pressure's coming again.
Andres steps back. A little slow snap getting there. Fires it out again. This time Gray got a little bit of a room on the side. Down the sideline, slung out of bounds with his jersey. But I believe he has enough for a first down.
Down to the 27-yard line.
Second and inches, it looks like.
They've been working with Gray so far. Gray, 4 catches, 40 yards.
And they're going to give it to him.
And it is a first down. You're right, Marcus. Absolutely. I was waiting for that. It looked like it was there. And you're right. If it wasn't a first down, it's inches away. Snap. Handoff, Charlie Boy. Up the middle. Inside the 20.
Finally, some momentum for Veterans Memorial's offense.
And that's what you want to see. You're down 27-0. You got a young, inexperienced offense. You just want to see some positive plays. You want to start building on those and trying to get a long, sustained drive going that hopefully results in 6 points.
And I do not believe Miller has substituted their starters for the backups. I do not see that because I see Richardson out there as well. So,
yeah, they still got everybody out there.
Second down and short coming up for the Eagles as Gray goes in motion. Oh, sorry, it's Perry. Wants to throw out quick again. This time hits Gray, and they were ready for it. Drops him backward. Going to give him the 19 for no gain.
They went back to that bubble screen, and the Miller Buccaneer secondary was all over it.
Donovan Kristen was the secondary member who sniffed that one out. So was that a loss?
No gains when they stayed in the 19. Third down and 2 coming up for the Eagles. Snap. Up the middle. Looks like Charlebois has the first down. Charlebois, excuse me. And they're going to give him the 17-yard line, give him a gain of 2, and move the sticks. Much better drive for the Eagles here in the third quarter. It's 3:43 remaining before the end of this quarter.
Yeah, and once again, you know, a lot of time is coming off the clock, but at this point, you know, down 27-0, as we've mentioned, they're just trying to get in rhythm. They're trying to put some positive plays on tape, put something that you could build on heading into next week.
Play clock down to 8 seconds as they're getting set. Gonna have to move quickly.
I'd like to see them take a shot here.
Snap to Andres, and that should be a delay of game. He's waiting, pumps, gonna set back, reversing course. throws the ball up and out of the pocket, and it did not get to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fumble.
Yeah, but it went out of bounds.
Pressure was applied by number 8, Jonah Stafford, rushing in.
I think the question here is going to be, I think the ball went backwards, and that would be a fumble.
That's what Coach Evans is protesting.
But I think the officials ruled it as an incomplete pass.
Yeah, Coach Evans is having a chat with the sideline official.
But it didn't get back to the line of scrimmage, even though he's out of the tackle box.
So really, the only option should be fumble or intentional grounding.
Vet's trying to rush up to the line.
Going to reset the play clock.
And that's an...
Snap to Andres, rolling out to his left, throwing the ball in and out of the hands, intercepted.
Who came up with it?
But there's a flag right at the beginning of the play again.
I think that was for the illegal shift again.
22, Donovan Christon comes up with the interception.
But they did let the play go.
Penalties declined. Interception will stand. Donovan Christon with the interception. 4th turnover tonight for the Eagle offense.
This Buccaneers defense has really showed out.
1st and 10 from the 11-yard line with trips on the left side of the formation. Holmes is the tailback now. Takes the handoff, getting to the outside on the left, steps, keeps moving forward, gets all the way up to the 20-yard line. Nice gain on 1st down of 9. KEYS Corpus Christi. You're listening to Game of the Week on MindSportsNetwork.com. Same formation for the Bucs. Trips on the left side. Handoff Holmes again with a stutter step at the line of scrimmage. Not much there.
Yeah, brought down by Lance Moya. Good tackle right there from the young man on that Eagles defense.
Looks like he lost a yard. Back to the 19.
So 3rd and 2.
2:12 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Trips now on the right side with Holmes to the left of Trevor Long. Hands off Holmes. Has an opening up the field. Over a secondary.
He wanted all the contact right there.
Yes, he did.
Went right over Jordan Huerta.
At the 31, and that's a 1st down. Snapped along, looking, and throw out to Roderick Taylor. Shoves, stiff arms one guy, tiptoes down the sideline, up the field, and down at the 39-yard line.
It's one of those get off me type of moments.
Boom.
You see right there, Roderick Taylor just tossed off the defender.
Trips on the right side again. Believe Taylor's back in the backfield. He is. He takes a handoff in the backfield, hit by a couple of guys, and is dropped for a loss. And a lineman has to come out for the Miller Buccaneers as the helmet pops off.
Number 44 Veterans Memorial, Alexander Marcotte was the one on the initial hit in the backfield. It's a good play by Marcotte.
Third down and 2. Snapped along, hands off Taylor, finds an opening, 1st down, Moore inside Eagle territory as he's down to the Eagle 48.
13-yard rush for Broderick Taylor. He's at 62 rushing yards on 14 carries tonight.
2-by-2 set for the Buccaneers. Snapped along, looking to his left, throwing the ball high, going deep, and overthrows everyone by about 10 yards.
Just wanted to try to test that secondary of Veterans Memorial, but like you mentioned, Doug, overthrew him, and then at the start of the play, give a credit to Charles Perry Jr. He stuck with his receiver.
Jamming Roderick Taylor, not letting him get a clean release.
Yeah, he slowed him up on the route.
2-by-2 set, 21 seconds left in the quarter. Vela in motion with a swing pass, going to throw back now, hits Roderick Taylor on a bubble screen. Nice speed, Taylor breaks the tackle at the 30, stiff arms the guy at the 20, 15, 10, and brought down. Touchdown.
48 yards. Roderick Taylor would not be denied. Some big-time blocking from his lineman on that screenplay. Did a great job of riding his blocks and accelerating towards the end. Third touchdown pass for Trevor Long tonight.
So possibly a new candidate in for player of the game?
Possibly. He's in the running.
Torres to try the extra point. Vela holding. Sidewinder is good. 34-0. Back after this.
In Corpus Christi, we coast our own way.
From the city to the beach, coast is more than our part of the state.
Coasting is a state of mind.
We take our time.
And take your power. We do things differently and celebrate what makes us the same.
This way of life is bigger than our beaches.
We are the casually charming,
The collectively cool.
the creatively curious,
We are the Gulf Coast capital.
GTech 360 proudly celebrating 20 years in business. What a local internet provider can do for you? No data caps. 24/7 customer support. Expert installations. Locally owned and operated. We connect people and communities. Give us a call today at 361-777-1400 for your internet, VoIP, and security needs.
Back here, Bucs Stadium, Torres to kick off for the Miller Buccaneers in a 34-0 lead with 8 seconds left in the third quarter. Fourth quarter coming up. Don't forget, tomorrow night we will be live from Cabinets Field for Alice and Carroll in the Peanut Butter Bowl. Kickoff set for 7 o'clock. You can watch all the action and listen on News Talk KEYS 1440 AM and 98.7 FM, and watch on MICSportsNetwork.com. And there's the kick, high end over end. Drops back Isaiah early at the 14-yard line, trying to get to his left, cuts through and gets up to about the 25-yard line. And I couldn't tell if that was a hand in there that got a hold of his shoulder pads and turned him, or it was on his helmet. But I'm thinking it might have been his shoulder pads that turned him. Normally when you see that, it's usually a head that turns, a face mask.
Yeah, I think it was the shoulder pads, Doug. I agree with you on that one. And, you know, going back to what this Miller offense has done so far tonight, they've turned it up here in the third quarter. This was 13-0 at half. They've put up 21 points in the third quarter. So the offense turns it on. And then another thing about this Miller Buccaneer team, they have 4 total touchdowns tonight on offense. 4 different guys have scored a touchdown. Corey Holmes, Ethan Vela, Roderick Taylor, and Broderick Taylor. So distributing the wealth tonight are the Miller Buccaneers.
And that's the end of the third quarter. Let's go ahead and say thank you to our sponsors. We appreciate their support I was going to say all season long, but for
just started.
This entire season. South Texas Bone and Joint at 5917 Crosstown Expressway. Del Mar Trio. Find out more information on how you can continue your education at delmar.edu/trio. Eurotech Foundation Repair. Get a quote online at CompleteFoundationRepairs.com. Neil's Urban Oven at 6534 Yorktown. Moore's Compounding Pharmacy at 5945 McArdle, and the Corpus Christi Sports Commission online at visitcorpuschristi.com. And there, by the way, the Corpus Christi Sports Commission is the third quarter and fourth quarter sponsor of the scoreboard tonight. Quick handoff. Charlie trying to get to the outside. And was able to get something out of nothing and slung down forward.
Love to see the effort right there, fighting for every yard.
Looks like he has a gain of 5 on first down. Going to mark him at the 30.
17 carries, 61 yards for Andrew Charlebois.
At the 29 is where the ball is spotted, actually. So it's a gain of 4 on first down.
Clock ticking, 11:25 remaining in this ball game. Eagles offense trying to put up any kind of points here in this ball game.
Rhodes goes in motion from the left side to the right. Snap, and Andres going to throw it out to Rhodes. Nice play with a spin move and steps out of bounds. It's about the 34-yard line.
Yeah, 5-yard completion to Braden Rhodes. He has 3 receptions tonight for 24 yards. Noah Andres, 9 of 23 passing, 121 yards, 3 interceptions.
Andres waiting on the snap, has it, hands off as Charlebois picks up the first down to the 36-yard line. First and 10. Miller leading 34-0. It's been all Buccaneers. The Eagles have had a couple of impressive drives from time to time.
They have, and that's something that Coach Bittner and company, they're going to look at that, and you know, it's back to the drawing board. They're going to have a big game against Carroll next weekend, and then in 2 weeks' time, they start district play. A lot to learn and grow for this Eagles team.
In motion, Andres one to throw, has it. Intercepted again, this time in midfield with a nice cutback. Breaks another tackle, flips it back on a lateral, taking off with a speed burner is number 8 down the sideline, over an Eagle inside to 5.
What a play.
Wow, I don't know if I've ever seen that. Incredible. That was number 22, Donovan Criston, and then he flips it over to number 8, Jonah Stafford. Look at this. Brilliant.
If he would have scored that, that might have been the most electrifying play I would have ever seen.
You have seen something in that regard. It was a hook and lateral that Flower Bluff did against Gregory Portland
you're right.
in the San Antonio Alamo Dome in the
true.
playoff game.
We were both.
I wasn't there for that.
Marcos was there, but he was in the Flower Bluff band at the time, right, Marcos?
Yes, I was.
Before you joined us. Wow.
Timeout Miller, as they were trying to get a lineman on, and Coach Evans not happy.
No. It's those little mistakes like that. Mix-ups in personnel, and you just expect a little bit more from your guys out there. But it's a learning moment for everybody, coaches included. You know, everybody has to be accountable for making sure there's the correct personnel, the right number of guys out there. The one thing I'll say about Coach Evans, it doesn't matter how up his team might be, he's always in tune with the fine details of his squad.
Well, they're still upset about that loss, trying to make it to state last year in the playoffs. So he demands perfection, to quote Coach Boone.
Timeout veterans.
Man, I'm still thinking about that interception from Criston and the flip to Stafford. That was awesome to see. Even though that wasn't a touchdown, that might be a play of the game type of moment. 34-0 Miller up over Veterans. 10-11 left to go in this game. Miller knocking on the door once again. Ball on the Eagles' 3-yard line. Buccaneer Stadium, MICSportsNetwork.com, News Talk KEYS, 1440 AM and 98.7 FM. It's the game of the week.
And tomorrow is the Peanut Butter Bowl.
It is. Is this our first bowl game, technically?
Technically, yes. Long and company, hands off, keeps it himself. And Long scores. was in touch till he hit the goal line.
Takes it in. He's already had 3 touchdown passes. Adds a rushing touchdown to his total. 40-0 Miller, extra point pending. The Bucs have turned it on here in the second half. A dominating performance.
Torres to try the extra point with Ethan Vela to hold. And the extra point is good, 41-0. Timeout, we'll be back right after this.
In Corpus Christi, we coast our own way.
From the city to the beach, coast is more than our part of the state.
Coasting is a state of mind.
We take our time.
Integrity. We do things differently and celebrate what makes us the same.
This way of life is bigger than our beaches.
We are the casually charming,
The collectively cool.
the creatively curious,
We are the Gulf Coast capital.
It's game time at Sames Ford, and that means you score big when you shop Sames and save. Check out this season's lineup, all new F-150s and Broncos, Rangers, and Mavericks. The front line is stacked with Explorers, Escapes, and the 7-seater Expedition. It's time to score big at Sames Ford with game time deals and big league discounts. We are Sames Ford, treating Texans right since 1910. Shop local, shop Sames.
Back here at Buccaneer Stadium. It's a 41-0 lead for the Miller Buccaneers over the Veterans Memorial Eagles. And we did not have this on our card and did not expect this type of lopsided game between these two squads.
Yeah, you're right about that, Doug. All things considered, we expected a tighter contest than 41-0 with 10 minutes left in the game.
And the kick fielded back by the 1. Stops, trying to reverse field and tackled down at the 11-yard line.
I think when it's all said and done tonight, as Miller is on their way to a 1-0 record and the Eagles going to be sitting at 0-1, you could chalk this up to, in my opinion, inexperience on the offensive side. And then, of course, 5 turnovers. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are. You could be the best team around. You have 5 turnovers in a game, you're most likely going to lose that game.
Veterans had a drive all the way down inside scoring position or inside the red zone, inside the 10, first and goal, and the interception in the end zone. And I think that's where the movement that they were able to have the ball going with, the confidence they had, kind of left the building a little bit.
The Buccaneers still have the starters out there on defense.
Snap to Andres. And a false start on the Eagles.
Now the good thing, though, if you're Coach Ben Bittner and his staff going forward, is there's a lot of teachable moments in this game.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of things that they could improve on. It certainly looks like there's rust, and it certainly looks like it's the first game of the season. And lucky for them, it's a non-district game. And I'm sure the Veterans Memorial Eagle team that we see at the end of the year will look drastically different from this team.
You're right.
Exactly. The overreactions from week 1 are going to be heavy out there. Might even doubt this Eagles team going forward. Some people might.
And Charlevoix is met in the backfield and dropped for a loss.
That was a big-time stuff right there. I believe that was number 44 in on the tackle, Steven Richardson. But back to the point, this is, a wise man once told me, right? Wise men make observations, foolish men make conclusions. Don't make conclusions on this Eagles team based on tonight. An observation is, yeah, they had a tough moment against Miller, but there's still 9 games to play in the season, and there's still a lot of growth to come for this Eagles team.
Timeout, Veterans Memorial, their second of the half.
And look at the track record of Ben Bittner since he's been here. 32-9 prior to tonight's game. That's a winning program. That's a coaching staff that knows how to put together a team.
Yes, and single-digit losses as a head coach.
I have no doubt that this Eagles team will, at the end of the season, be contending for possibly a district crown in that Valley 5A that they're now in alongside Flower Bluff. I think they'll be right in the mix.
And speaking of today, Pelucio, it was announced that he is committed to UTRGV to not only play baseball, but to also play football.
Pretty amazing.
Yes.
It's very rare that you see a dual commitment.
Yes.
But that's awesome. That's awesome. And we'll see Flower Bluff at some point this year.
At the end of the year. Right here.
Playing against this veterans team. So looking forward to seeing them.
Yep.
We're going to get to see a couple of Valley teams here in Corpus.
Donna, PSJ North.
Yeah.
Rhodes in motion. Left side to right. Snap to Ingres. Throwing out of the end zone. Caught. And picks up some of that yardage and gets back across the 5-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark him about the 7.
That's the week, number 7.
8:55 to go in this ball game.
Rhodes checks out of the ball game. And the clock continuing to count down. Two receivers split on the left side for the Eagles. Snap. Charlevoix at the line of scrimmage and stopped at the 5. See where they mark the ball.
I think they got him at the 6.
Okay. Loss of 1. Fourth down and long for the Eagles. Vela back to take the punt from Carmona. The long snapper hasn't really gotten the ball back there very well tonight, and that's Robert Ponce. See if he can get a better snap to Carmona. It's a little low. Carmona's end over end, not very high, and it hops out of bounds. That's where they mark it about the 34-yard line.
Trying to see where the official, yeah, he has it on the 34. I can see him on the far sideline marking it at the 34. So that's where Miller will take over. Trevor Long heads back out there. Starting offense heading back out there. 7:38 left to go. Miller will take over just inside the 35. Long, 19 of 28, 242 yards, 3 touchdown passes, 1 touchdown rushing.
Snapped along, hands off Taylor, up the middle. He's able to fall forward and get some yardage out of that. They grabbed a hold of his jersey in the backfield and kind of stretched that thing out a little bit. It gets up to the 30-yard line.
That was Gunnar Saldana, who had a fistful of his jersey and just didn't let go. Hung on to make the tackle.
Second down coming up for the Bucs. Hands off to Taylor, trying the left side, stops, cuts upfield, and runs into a wall of Eagles.
Yeah, initial hit by number 9, Lance Moya.
Giving him the 28-yard line.
Broderick Taylor, 16 carries, 68 yards on the ground. If there's anything positive that you could take from this game for Veterans Memorial, it's the fact that they've been able to hold Broderick Taylor to under 100 so far.
which is a rarity.
Yeah, it is. Last year he had 13 games of plus 100 yards rushing.
And a quick throw out to Christian Torres, and catches it and tackled out of bounds about the 36-yard line.
I think he's going to be about a yard short. I think officially 2 yards short.
Just think about that. Last year, Taylor had 13 games of 100-plus yards.
Clock running at 5:50 remaining in the ball game. Snapped along and whistles beforehand. The flag on the play all along the Eagles sideline. And a false start on the Bucs.
According to the preseason rankings, Alamo Heights #1, Miller #2, Bernie #3, and Gregory Portland #4 in the region. Region 4, 5A-D2.
Snapped along, looking on 4th down, throwing it high, deep. Vela can't get there.
Looked like a jersey tug from the defensive back Christian Vasquez, but no call. Just overshot Vela on that route down the seam.
And I think Alexander Marcotte on the defensive line of the Eagles deserves a lot of credit because he absolutely walked back his blocker, number 13, Christian Torres, putting just that little bit of pressure in Long's face, maybe affecting that throw a bit.
The Eagles take over at their 31.
It's going to be an interesting region this year in 5A-D2 with Bernie dropping down.
You mean moving up?
Oh, yeah, moving up, excuse me. Moving up from 4A into 5A-D2.
And we thought we got rid of Bernie, didn't we?
That's always a tough team, led by Coach Hendricks.
Eagles hand off. Charlebois makes a tackle, gets to the outside. Once he gets out of that first initial step and get his legs going, he has some nice speed. It's a nice pickup on 1st down, gets up to the 36-yard line. Gain of 5 on 1st down. 2nd down and 5 with 5:05 remaining in the ball game.
Just kind of talking about the region real quick. Alamo Heights, of course, they're going to be led by 5-star athlete Michael Terry, who is being heavily pursued by the Texas Longhorns. He's going to be a guy, of course, that's going to be difficult to stop should any of these teams run into him. We've seen him 2 times the past couple of years.
He makes it look easy. Hand off Charlebois. Cuts up the field. No, Andres kept it and has the 1st down.
It's a gutsy run right there.
Boy, did they really sell that too.
Yes, they did.
There's been a few times where they've done a good job on that sell.
And it's a 1st down at the 43-yard line for the Eagles.
7-yard run by Noah Andres. You mentioned it earlier in the game, Marcos. A little bit more of that. I think Andres has something going with his legs. He can definitely...
And he has a really good ball fake, which is a great talent to have at quarterback.
Can be an asset going forward.
Hands off. This time, Charlebois gets in the outside. That was a face mask. I don't see a flag on the play, do you?
I think, Doug, just inside the collar is where he was pulled down. But it wasn't in the back of the jersey. It was more on the side. No call. Clock continues to roll. 3:35 and counting left in this game.
Gets to the 47-yard line to pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd down and 6. 4-yard gain, pardon me. 2nd down and 6. Eagles trying to get set with 5 seconds left as Perry set over here on the side. Quick bubble screen out. Sorry, Early was getting set on this left side. Perry was on the right side with the catch and gets up to midfield. On a gain of 3. stepped out of bounds. 3 minutes and 1 second remaining in the ball game.
Miller's defense trying to maintain this shutout. An opening week shutout would be very pleasant, I would imagine, for this Miller Buccaneer team and the coaching staff.
Rhodes goes in motion. Snap. Charlebois trying to find a block and forward progress after initial contact. Gets him forward, and they're going to give him a first down at the 47-yard line of the Buccaneers.
A lot of carries tonight for Charlebois. 23 carries. .240 to go. 41-0 Miller over Vets.
Since Charlebois to his right. Snap. Hands off Charlebois. Up the middle. Taking off. Still on his feet. Breaking another tackle. Coming up from behind. Charlebois can make it. He does. Touchdown Eagles.
47 yards to the house. And after the amount of carries that he's had, that one was well deserved.
Payoff.
That puts him over 100. 114 total yards rushing, 24 carries for Andrew Charlebois. So Miller will not get the shutout.
46 minutes worth, or just shy of 46 minutes worth of a shutout. Timeout on the field, Miller.
Yeah, and I believe
Charlebois.
Yeah, he's doubled over. I think he's just gassed. He's had a lot of carries tonight. Taking a lot of hits.
Might have been one of those ones where the air got knocked out of you a little bit.
True. He did get pushed heading into the end zone, and that might have been a factor.
Landing on the ball is not fun.
No, it's not. That's actually happened to me once, and
I landed on the guy's ankle once with the foot up like that, right there in the.
It's not a good feeling when you just can't breathe. That is the worst. So yeah, I mean, anybody who's had that happen
right on that diaphragm
knows exactly how that feels and how unpleasant and, quite frankly, scary that can be.
Carmona to try the extra point. Indres will hold. It's 41-6. High snap. Oh, it was a good snap, and that was a knuckle sidewinder. It's good, though. 41-7. Take a break. Be back right after this.
GTech 360 proudly celebrating 20 years in business. What a local internet provider can do for you? No data caps. 24/7 customer support. Expert installations. Locally owned and operated. We connect people and communities. Give us a call today at 361-777-1400 for your internet, VoIP, and security needs.
It's game time at Sames Ford, and that means you score big when you shop Sames and save. Check out this season's lineup, all new F-150s and Broncos, Rangers, and Mavericks. The front line is stacked with Explorers, Escapes, and the 7-seater Expedition. It's time to score big at Sames Ford with game time deals and big league discounts. We are Sames Ford, treating Texans right since 1910. Shop local, shop Sames.
9 seconds left to go in this ball game. Doug Kesterson, James Espinosa, Marcos Marroquin. Carmona will kick off. Ethan Vela is back inside his 10 to receive the kick. And Carmona's kick is a high end over end. Opposite field from the left side of the right. Vela catches it at the 15, cuts upfield, and is down about the 23-yard line. 2 minutes, 3 seconds left.
All but a formality. It's been a formality since the middle of the third quarter.
Sorry, it's the 27-yard line where the ball's being spotted.
I imagine a couple of runs here and pick up a first down or two, and this game is officially in the books.
I do think it's going to be the second string offense going out there. Trevor Long's probably just going to be taking the snaps, handing the ball off, or taking some kneel downs.
And a quick handoff. And not a lot of running room for Isaiah Alvarez. He gets to the 31. That's a gain of 4 on first down.
Yeah, clock is ticking.
In the carry, number 35, Isaiah Alvarez.
1:35 to go.
And we were holding on to our player of the game is...
I am going with...
4, second down and 6.
It's a tough one, but I think I'm going to go with Roderick Taylor.
Okay.
7 for 107, 48-yard touchdown reception. Leading receiver for the Bucs tonight.
Snap, Long, hands off to Alvarez again, cuts it through a couple of guys. And is down the, 33-yard line.
Yeah, I think this was a hard one to pick.
It really was.
It was such an all-around, well-played game.
That's true. And when you look at it, looking at my stat sheet, the Bucs had 4 different guys on offense score a touchdown. They really did a good job of distributing the wealth, and Trevor Long had a fantastic game in his own right.
And then there's a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, George Simmons had that pick 6 in the first quarter, or second quarter, I should say. And yeah, 5 different guys have scored touchdowns tonight for the Bucs.
Should be the last play of the ball game as the Bucs take the game clock all the way down to 3 seconds to snap it. Handoff Alvarez again. Alvarez breaks 2 tackles on the run.
Alvarez
gets down at the 47 and a flag comes flying in.
They have him down at the 50, so that's a gain of 17 before the penalty.
And it's apparently against the Miller Buccaneers.
From the end of the play, it looks like.
It's a 10-yard penalty. Puts the ball back to the 40.
So it was a gain of 17, but a 10-yard penalty.
16 seconds left. Long in shotgun, takes the snap and takes a knee. And that'll be ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Final 41-7 tonight for the Miller Buccaneers. Start the season off 1-0.
An impressive performance from the Bucs. The wealth was spread out on the offense. 5 different guys scoring a touchdown. And the defense held that shutout all the way to the end.
Absolutely.
About 2 minutes and change, a dominating performance from the Bucs and a performance from the Eagles, one that they will look to grow from.
Absolutely. Let's go to the final here tonight. Thank you to our sponsors again. We appreciate their support all season long. I'm at it again. For this entire season, we're going to appreciate their support. We're going to thank them. South Texas Bone and Joint, Del Mar Trio, Eurotech Foundation Repair, Neil's Urban Oven, Moore's Compounding Pharmacy, and the Corpus Christi Sports Commission. You've been watching the Mike Sports Network Game of the Week. Thursday night, kicking the season off here at Buccaneer Stadium tonight. Listening on News Talk KUIS 1440 AM and 98.7 FM, and watching on MICSportsNetwork.com. Have a great rest of your evening. So long from Buccaneer Stadium. We'll have Cavernous Field, Carroll Tigers, Alice Coyotes tomorrow night, live from Cavernous at 7 o'clock. For Jacob Vasquez, Marcos Modelkeen, James Espinosa, I'm Doug Kesterson. So long from Buck Stadium.